Here's a TV that looks like an apple.
Hello, hello, everybody. How art thou doing tonight? Um, Give me 1 second while I pull up the game here. You see things moving. Don't worry about that. That's normal. Um, Mostly tired. Yeah, kind of same Tylenose. I'm mostly, I think I'm just having a very anemic day. And my tattoo is still healing, which oh, Artemis, that you did, no, wait, Artemis should be fine up there, no? Um, but yeah, between anemia and my tattoo is still healing. I finally took off the Sanoderm today, and I just put moisturizer on it, and oh boy, my body just is probably screaming into overdrive right now. Um, but a couple of things before we start today. Yeah. Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay, yeah, we can keep him there. Okay, cool. I don't have to move him around anymore. Um, so a couple of things here really quick before we start tonight. There's an IT issue with work. Oh no, Chaos, I'm sorry. I hope the IT issue gets resolved as soon as possible. Um, but yeah, a couple of things before we start tonight. I am super tired, so I don't necessarily know if this is going to be a 3-hour stream. I would really like to do a 3-hour stream. Will we actually do a 3-hour stream? I don't know currently because I am, like I said, very tired, a little bit down on myself today too. So this could possibly be a shorter stream. Just something to keep in mind if we do end early. That's an if. And one more thing I want to address before we, that's a little bit more of a serious topic before we start off with game tonight. I don't think you're close enough to the end that you get there in 3 hours. Okay, because I was actually kind of wondering, I kind of thought we were close last time um, just from the length of the case already and story hints. So, okay, that does make me feel slightly better. But also just on a little more of a serious note tonight, as some of you guys had probably more than likely heard, with this latest announcement from Twitch today that they basically said to everyone today that basically, they are just going to, essentially what it is, they're just going to take more revenue away from the top streamers, and there will never be another, basically they confirmed today, there will never be another 70-30 split between content creators and Twitch, basically ever again. Which is it's very disheartening to hear that news today, because normally I try not to get into the serious topics on streams, but more and more lately, there's just been these really awful decisions from, I'm assuming, the top of Twitch. And it's just, I want to say, it's not okay. And I have to say this tonight, it's really not okay. And it has to be addressed now because, again, I feel like if we don't, say something as either as a content creator, as a viewer, what have you, if we don't say something, it's going to keep, unfortunately, more and more bad decisions are going to be handed down. I know, unfortunately, but, I'm hoping, like, again, I'm really hoping, again, if this is something that bothers you as much as it bothers me, definitely speak up about it. As of right now, I have no plans to move to YouTube at the moment, unless it continuously, unless these bad decisions keep piling up. It was 70-30, not for all partners, I believe. Somebody could correct me if I'm wrong. It was for certain partners, yes. Not all partners got that 70-30 split. But the whole thing is, they're going to take more and more money from them and their hard work, and none of us are ever gonna see a split like this, basically. So, and it really sucks when there's others platforms like, like Streamloots and Throne, and Fan House, what have you. I could keep throwing all these platforms out there, Patreon, but they allow their creators, you know, to keep, you know, to keep a bigger split, because you are, you know, you are working your, I'm not gonna bleep this out because it's serious, but you are working your ass off essentially. And it's just, like I said, it's really super disheartening. Basically now all of us as content creators, basically everybody loses money together, and it's just the way they worded it in their post was kind of manipulating to me. It was garbage. I really didn't like it. Long story short, like I said, I have no plans to move to YouTube to do streaming. If I do, I will let you know. You guys can always find the YouTube link by doing !YouTube. For now, that'll be mostly my VOD page still. But also, yeah, just, you know, speak up to Twitch. Let them know you're not okay with this, that it's hurting, you know, it's hurting everybody. It's just, it's not okay. And honestly, I wish I knew. I wish I had something more positive. I wish I had a more positive note to end on here. Amazon probably, certain people are not getting enough money from subs. So in the interest of fairness, we will be giving ourselves more money. Essentially, yes, that is kind of what they tried, you know, the tweet just tried to make it sound, you know, not as, you know, they tried to make it sound sweeter, and it really, really did it, in all honesty. But yeah, I just wanted to, you know, I wanted to bring that up tonight. Normally I'd be really scared to bring this up during a stream because we're supposed to have fun here, and I'm not supposed to get totally serious. I can do that on Twitter usually. But I felt like this was something I had to bring up during stream tonight because it's very important. Like, it's not just important to me, it's important to, like, pretty much the majority of everyone who uses Twitch. So, yeah, so we're just gonna jump right back into case 3. Thank you guys for allowing me to go on a, on my semi-tangent. I don't know if I could, I'm like, is this a tangent? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like, that's my problem. I feel like nobody takes me seriously. So, like, sometimes I go on these, like, tangents, and I'm like, did it really do it? I don't know. But, I'm gonna stop babbling. We are going to get back to where we were. I have to find the correct load state first. I think it was... Ooh, I almost went to the wrong thing. I think it was this one. Oh, jeez. Let me know if game audio is really loud. It might be just me. It's really loud on my end. Hold on. You're gonna hear a volume ping. I'm very sorry. I need to lower it on my end. There we go. Okay, I lowered it for me. Let me know if it's too loud for anybody else. It blew my ears out slightly. I must have rearranging my water position, so. Last we left off, I think we were in flashback, and we were listening to Von Karma's testimony. Now we're back in present time with the investigation. Hi, Twin, how are you? So I am going to, I think this is the point where we just kind of, look around and see what's going on, I think. Hello, Natalie. Yes, hi, how are you? I don't recall that being my name, but okay. I'm just gonna go look around. I guess this is the first thing in front of me tonight I'm noticing. Wait until after serious talk. No, you're fine, you're fine. On this service cart, Miss Hall has prepared her tea set. According to the pamphlet, the museum is also famous for its tea. Yes, it certainly had a flavorful, rich taste. It seems this tea set was also made by Mr. Dover. So the tea set was made by the victim. Let's take a closer look. I don't know. Can I look under the sheets? There's not a single stain on this pure white tablecloth. Take hold of the edge and focus your mind. Then in one go, pull. Okay, I hope you're not planning to do anything bad. No, don't worry. Even if I fail, the tablecloth would just be dyed a nice black a la tea. The tablecloth looks better white. Please refrain from changing it. I wonder about that. It might look better in another color, like pink or blue. Or tea. I kind of agree I would like a pink tablecloth. I guess it depends what kind of tea. I don't know. I'm assuming no tea is gonna leave a permanent stain. The moon teapot, can I take a look at? So, this tea set was made by Isaac Dover. Fancy stuff, huh? Okay, I'd say this tea set is worth thousands of dollars. Please be careful with it. Huh? This tea set is such a treasure? Please don't look so excited. If I recall correctly, Miss Hall was a huge fan of Mr. Dover. Okay, so we got the teapot data. Hi, Rob. How are you? Something looks weird about who? Oh, teapot data. If I pick up anything on that cart, will I transform into Sailor Moon? You probably will if you shout like, if you shout the magic words, probably. If you probably shout like mood, prism, power, makeup, probably. Hey, Edgy. What is it? Be careful with that teapot. Why must I be warned by him of all people? Oh, hi, Catherine. Madam and Messieurs. Oh, I forgot. Would you care for some tea? Miss Hall? Katie. No, I'm fine, thanks. Kay and Edgy, you guys can have some. Well, since you asked, we might as well take a short break. Certainly. Thanks for the tea. Just got back from a church dinner and got out to my drenched clothes. Oh no! I hope your clothes aren't so drenched now. Oh no, weather, why? It's so tasty. What kind of tea is this, Mr. Edgeworth? It's Ceylon tea, known for its citrus aroma. However, Miss Hall, is this the same tea you served us this morning? Yes, that's right. Was it not to your liking? No, it's not that. The tea we had this morning had a slightly different aroma. Oh. How strange. Is it the same Ceylon tea I served this morning? There shouldn't be anything different about it. Well, what's wrong with you, Edgy? Quit nitpicking about the tea Katie so kindly prepared for you. Larry, what are you getting so upset about? I'm not upset. You're just being a rude jerk. And I told you to call me Laurice. Sheesh, I'm not gonna talk to you anymore. Good. It's like arguing with a child. Laurice, I wonder what's wrong. I'd like to ask him that later myself. And I also need to speak with Miss Hall. I don't have any evidence that shows she is the culprit, but I dare say she is the one who set up the poison gas trap. Okay, so back to the sheets. You couldn't help but laugh madly about it. It was such a hilarious time, especially since you could tell I was walking into the rain. Yeah, but see, I feel bad, because see, that would drive me up the wall. I'd be like, really, Weather? You couldn't have, like, held off till I got home? A child is less... Sorry, I had a drink. A child is less petulant than Larry. Tis true. I could probably ask any child I wind up seeing. I actually know, I know a few children. I'll be like, hey, like, I need to borrow you for a second to compare you to this grown man. That is Larry. Okay, did we say we wanted to talk to, Catherine because we thought she set up the poison gas? Unless, I don't think I missed anything. Miss Hall, where have you been until now? I was showing the remaining guests and handing out complimentary gifts as an apology. Did you require my services? Yes, there are a few things I want to ask you about. If my suspicions are correct, she's the one who set up the poison gas trap. That's because a child can grow up unlike Larry. Exactly. like small humans still have time. Larry's already just a hopeless case. How exactly did you prepare the melted sculptures from 18 years ago? My, so you know about what happened 18 years ago. It's because 18 years ago, I photographed Monsieur Delva's sculptures. Using the photos as a base, I managed to create replicas. Replicas? Those Zodiac sculptures had been an unfinished work, so I wanted to complete it somehow. Because I am the one who accidentally melted Monsieur Delva's sculptures. And could you tell me why the Autumn Palace resembles the Winter Palace so much? Well, my apologies. Did they really look so alike? I think I may have gotten some of the decorations mixed up. She is obviously lying. But I haven't gathered any evidence to prove that yet. I don't have evidence, do I? I probably can't show her anything. I'm gonna check the organizer really quick. Refresh myself on what I have. The incident file, the pamphlet, the photo, the gas burner, the cloth, the Pisces sketch, poison gas, angel's recipe, frame, finger marks, rock salt lamp, family photo, teapot. Okay. That is, I could show her the badge, but I don't think that's gonna prove anything. I guess I can go back to the tea cart and then double check. I already checked this area earlier, but it never hurts to take another look. Does that mean I missed something? Oh no, wait, it's this conversation again. Whoops, I did not need to click on that twice. Let's see if there's anything else besides. I think that's all the same. Okay, backing up. I think that's all the same. I noticed that icky stain on the floor. Is that balsamic vinegar? Is that the balsamic vinegar we dropped on the floor? The one time. This smell and this color. Don't tell me this is a puddle of tea. Huh? There's a piece of pottery in the middle of the puddle. Oh, found in the puddle of tea. The design looks familiar. Touch the check buttons. PH. I wonder what broke. I think I recognize the design. I should probably show this to that man and see what he has to say. Which man are we talking about again? Because I'm confused. Okay, Uncle Ray. I'm not gonna show anything to you two. There's only so many. Sebastian's gonna be of no use. Uncle Ray? I wonder what we mean by that, man. Miles, how's the investigation going? Well, little by little, I'm beginning to see the entire truth behind this case. Oh, that's good to hear. Uncle Ray had better not fall behind either. About the two cases. This case seems to have a lot in common with the case 18 years ago. I agree, the melted ice in the Winter Palace and the body of the victim from 18 years ago. Didn't we all forget Sebastian was here? It's not that hard to do. He hasn't really been contributing that much anyway. I wonder why nobody ever noticed the body was missing after all this time. Only family Mr. Dova had was a young son, his son, and Mr. Gustavia's son, who attended the same elementary school. After the case, they both went missing. What? And they haven't been found yet? I haven't heard any news about Mr. Gustavia's son being found. But as for Mr. Dova's son, he was found and his inheritance was delivered to him. And because of that, Mr. Dova never had a proper funeral. That way, they were able to make it look like the body had been in police custody. The autopsy report had also been forged, so nobody but the defense ever found out. Von Karma, you would go that far? Let me try presenting it to him. Here we go. Pottery shard. Aha! This evidence holds the so-called key to the case, right? It's possible. Yep, then hold on to it closely. Okay, so no, it's not you, right? So what options do I have? Sebastian or Larry? Oh, great, thanks. Of course, those are my only choices. I'll ask Larry first. Sebastian is even more useless. Larry occasionally gets things right. I will give him that. Larry, tell me what you're hiding. You two? stop glaring at each other like that. I'm not glaring, Kay. I'm using my artist perspective. Edgy's the one who's glaring. Then if you know what's good for you, you will tell me what you're hiding right now. No, I do. Didn't I say that I'm not talking to you anymore? Aren't you talking to me right now? From now on, I'm definitely not talking to you anymore. I'm not going to get anywhere like this. Looks like I'll have to force it out of him. Hiding some... Yes, and you know what? Occasionally, by accident, I will give him that. What are milk dudes? Why is everyone going to make fun of... I meant to say milk duds in that tweet. I didn't mean to say milk dude. I meant milk dud. As in the malty chocolate. As in the malted chocolate snacks that are really gross, because I was having the conversation with Ilya about not liking malt balls. Hiding something? I meant to type milk duds. Larry, what are you hiding? Do I have to show him the piece of evidence first? Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, this isn't the time to be playing around, you know. I wasn't playing around. Still, it looks like Maurice won't be talking anytime soon. If he isn't going to talk to us willingly, I'll just have to force him to talk. Oh, she doesn't have to apologize. I know she doesn't want to be spoiled. That's okay. I think I have to show him the pottery piece. Present, pottery piece. Trying that. Larry, take a look at this. What's that? Larry, I've got a feeling that what you're holding is related to the tea and this pottery shard. Well, if you're not going to talk to me, I can always hand this shard over to Judge Courtney. Wait, I'm trying to keep a clean image for Justy. I don't want her to see how I'm dirtying myself. Phrasing. I can't imagine what part of you can be considered clean, but if you don't want her to declare you guilty, I suggest you speak truthfully now. I got it. I'll tell you. Okay, now we got it. Larry, it's time you confess to what you've done. How can you be so cruel to your best friend? The same way you can be so dishonest to your best friend. Well, you can stop glaring at me. I promise to tell the truth this time for sure. I just thought I'd pour Justy some tea, but my hand kind of slipped a bit and it broke. I accidentally broke the crazy expensive teapot! The butts strikes again. Why am I not surprised? Oh boy, you've really done it this time, Loris. What should I do, Edgy? Katie will hate me. Crying to me about it won't solve anything. First, you should apologize to Miss Hall. Oh my god, he's on his knees. Is that so? My teapot was. Katie, I'm so sorry. I don't have any money, but I'll draw as many portraits of you as you like. Please kindly raise your head, monsieur. It is I who should apologize. I didn't notice the broken shards. It's dangerous, so I'll tidy up the broken pieces. Allow me to take this piece from you as well. No, I need that. Wasn't this tea set one of Isaac Dover's works? Well, it could be worse. Your choices could be between Salmonella and Director Hottie. I choose neither. I heard that it was very important to you. Yes, but there's no use crying over spilled tea. Besides, I still have another one of those teapots left. Is she not as attached to Dover's works as she used to be? Katie, you're so kind. Oh, that other teapot you were talking about, is it the one on that cart? Yes. Truth is, when I was trying to hide the broken shards, I looked under that cart, and I found a teapot that looked exactly the same, so I switched them. Oh? Oh, Larry, what did you do? Really? Yeah, everything's cool now. I took great care to make sure no one would break that pot. You don't brag about that when you were the one who broke it in the first place. I'm sorry. I don't mind. Thank you for your consideration. Edgy, Katie is a real nice lady, isn't she? You should reflect on how you cause trouble for people like her. Okay, when I make it big as an artist, I'll donate paintings. In fact, I'll even welcome you as my own personal model. I think it'd be better if you just stopped causing trouble. I hope you haven't done anything else. I haven't, I just stood around sketching beauties. Sketching beauties? If you're interested, I can let you take a peek. I guess even Mr. Edgeworth is interested in beauties. It's not like that. I just thought it might be another one of his strange paintings. How dare you! I'm very confident in my work this time. Oh, I want to see too. Oh, I'm glad you're so honest about it, Kay. I'll get it ready, so come check it out later. I guess I'll have him show it to me later. Okay, Edgeworth only cares for one beauty. Wait, I have a response to that.
Hey, you two should get.
It's true. Oh my gosh. Out of all those three, Larry Butts probably. I'm not answering that. I'm sorry. I'm not properly answering that question unless I'm forced to with a card. Otherwise, that is like way too hard for me to answer on the spot. Sketching beauties. About that sketch you mentioned just now. What if you wanted to see my art? You should have been honest about it from the start. Look, here it is. Oh, this actually isn't bad. Oh, I hate to admit it, but this actually really isn't. This is better than what I could probably ever do. I'm upset. I really have to. That's a genuine compliment from me. Oh no, it's decent. I know, exactly. I would like to see a portrait of Miles Wide Edgeworth. The bad part is it would probably be good. What is this? I already told you, it's a sketch of beauties. I did not talk about the state of Ohio.
Good.
I have no idea where you brought that up. Why would I be talking about Ohio, hon? What does Ohio put?
Do we need to teach you about why we don't talk about Ohio?
I already told you that Elden Ring takes place in Ohio.
I am gonna fight you.
Okay, good. Fight me. Just to be clear, the beauties only refers to Jessie and Katie. The other plump lady has nothing to do with that. Is mean. Larry, what the heck? Then why did you draw her on the same page? Well, I was taking a break from my still life painting when those beauties caught my eye. I guess I just drew them on the same page without thinking. So you're saying that the pictures on this page were each drawn separately? Oh yeah, I may have drawn them at different times. By the way, there's a drawing of the beautiful little Miss K on another page. Wow, beautiful, huh? Thanks. Larry, you drew this exactly as you saw it, correct? Well, yeah, even I can't draw what I can't see. I recreated the scene perfectly, even the delicate shades. Delicate shades, huh? I don't want to admit it, but this picture might be of help to the investigation. The contents of this sketch and the service cart in the fountain patio. It seems there is a contradiction between the two. I'll need to expose this contradiction using my powers of deduction. Could I borrow this sketch for a while? Sure, I could even sign it for you if you like. I think I'll pass. Okay. Oh, and Larry is still a stink nozzle. Chris, I'm crediting you from now on whenever I use the word stink nozzle. JT's a stink nozzle. I'm getting glared at. I'm just getting glared.
Do you want me to talk about what they talked about on Critical Role?
No.
There's a specific ring of Revivify that they were talking about making.
No, let's not. I didn't say we did.
It could be a type of chicken ring, if you know what I'm saying.
A chicken ring? Like the ones from White Castle?
Like a male chicken?
A rooster?
There's another name for it.
I can't say it on stream, but it's called a cock?
Yay.
Oh. Let's not.
Those rings of Revivify.
No, can we not? Could we not? I think that's against TOS. Can we not talk about those? But?
You'd always have a way to Revivify.
Nice to believe. Thank you. Thank you. And before the picture of Kay is just a stick figure. I hate to say it. I would have expected that from I would have expected that from like earlier game Larry, not current Ace Attorney Investigations Larry. No, I didn't change my mic. It's still the same mic. Is it like terrible sounding or anything Tyler knows? Talk about milk dudes. Oh my gosh, how many times are you gonna make fun of me tonight for that typo? I can't live it down, for real. Milk duds. Milk duds. I'm sorry, I accidentally spelled it as milk dudes. Ha ha. Okami doesn't know how to spell. GG. If you need context, Rob, go check Ilya's Twitter and look at the comments. If you really need context. Oh my god. Larry's hecking unimpressed. He's like, yeah, I got better, so I can't even. I'm crying. Okay, so I think I finished up with Larry.
Well, they're all taken to the island with you.
What? Are we talking about Splatfest Island?
Yeah, what are you all taking to the island with you?
I don't know what I'm taking to the island with me. I don't know if we decided yet.
This.
What are you taking to the island? If we think about this carefully, beer is the only logical. It's useful for absolutely everything, so why would everyone pick anything up? Fun. Why do you think fun would be me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
You'd sit there on your Switch playing
what?
Trails of the Sky or Cold Steel.
I can't. I don't have Cold Steel on my Switch. I want to get I want to get Trail 0 for Switch, but that doesn't come out for like 6 more days or something. But if I did have it on a deserted island, yeah, I probably wouldn't get off my Switch. Okay, it just does. Hun, are you okay? Are you okay? What?
You didn't know funeral happened today.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't that Monday?
Or whatever.
Or whatever. Wait, what?
That's Queen. That's Queen Barb Wax.
What? Oh my god! Who edited this? Everyone doesn't have context. You and me are the only ones right now that get the Pikmin context right now. I can't tell you. I can't share the link. JG has it. If it's any consolation, I wrote dying instead of dying when I talked about my hair once. My friend never let me hear the end of it. The wig snatch. Okay, to be fair, they're both pronounced the same way. It's just the different spellings mean different contexts. In my case, it was a different spelling and different context altogether. Oi, how's the investigation coming along? Have you found anything? Oi, not quite actually. We haven't found any clues yet. You're doing it wrong. Oi, it's only used when you're showing someone something. Also, yesy is used to confirm and is also a greeting. Eat is when you're afraid. Fee is when you don't like something. Oi is used when you're calling someone. I see, I didn't know it was that deep. Oi, Mr. Edgeworth, did you catch all that? Okay, be more serious. Yesy. Oh no, she's talking like her now. I feel that your conduct thus far has clearly been out of line. I will make sure to bring this matter up to the PIC. Do whatever you want. But in return, we're going to be doing whatever we want as well. If I remember correctly, you're the little Miss Great Thief. I will have to report your misconduct to the PIC as well, young lady. Sure, since it will only serve to increase my fame as the Great Thief. It seems even Judge Courtney is unable to get a handle on Kay. She said that your daughter's great. On a die note, there's a place near where my family used to vacation called Curl Up and Die. Oh my god! You're gonna go there? Oh, so you don't want me dyeing your hair anymore, you just want to go there.
Oh, I just want to die.
What the heck? I love, oh my gosh, in terms of dark humor, I absolutely kind of love that title for a place. It's kind of funny. Mr. DeBest, that's really clever. Mr. DeBest, you're getting a bit in my way if you stand here. I am not going to move. Just do what you can over there. Don't say that. It's probably the best if you just stand over there. The best, you say? Okay, I'll go stand over there. So anything is fine as long as you add the best to it. So I think I've spoken to everybody. Logic, what do I have? Minty aroma, different tea aroma, pots were switched. Okay, my sister went there at one point. Apparently they did a pretty good job. Like, at least apparently you don't go there just for, you go there for both a good job with your hair and because you can just tell people, hey, I went to Curl Up and Die. Oh my gosh. Hold on, I'm waiting for this to load. I think I saw it earlier. Oh no, I saw this. I mean, hey, you know, I'm fine. I'm fine with this edit personally. Okay, so minty aroma. Normalium is a red liquid with a minty aroma. Smells different. Did something change and the pots were switched? Use I'm gonna try minty aroma in different tea. Otherwise, I think it might be the other way around. No. Okay, it's the other way around. The pieces don't fit together quite right. Okay, it's the other way around. Okay. So then it should be pots were switched. Different aroma. Yes! Maybe the reason why the Ceylon tea smelled different was because the pots had been switched. Really? The taste of the tea itself did not actually change after all. Let's go ask Miss Hall about it in more detail. Miss Hall, was the reason why the Ceylon tea smelled different because the pots were switched? Yes, that's certainly possible. It had a fresh minty aroma, not unlike that of uva tea. I remember now, I prepared some mint tea yesterday. I'm sure that the aroma just happened to remain in the teapot. Okay, is that really all there is to it? So we got pot with a different aroma, and then the minty aroma? I'm just gonna see if these connect. Sebastian, I think it would be the best if you changed careers. Unfortunately, I think he still has it in his head that this is the best career for him. It's not. A minty aroma was emanating from the pot Larry had replaced. Miss Hall said the aroma was left over from the mint tea she prepared yesterday. Indeed, she seemed less surprised to find out that Larry broke the teapot, and more surprised by the fact that the pots had been switched. That's right. Normally it would have been the reverse. A broken teapot is much more shocking. She was probably trying to hide this teapot. Hide the pot? One of the characteristics of Normalium is a minty aroma. There is a possibility that she was hiding Normalium inside the teapot. What? Inside the pot? It is only a possibility for now, but it's one worth investigating. Okay. Mr. DeBest, I assume you haven't found the Normalium yet? Huh? Oh! Did you forget? I've had the entire art museum searched, but I haven't received any reports yet. And what about you? Don't you have any ideas? Only one. I knew it. Nobody but me would be able to find it. Wait, what? You have an idea where it is? Indeed. Then tell me. It may have been in this teapot that Miss Hall had used. Oh, this teapot is pretty nice. It would make the perfect present for the best prosecutor. It's not a present. It's an important piece of evidence. Oh, it's just evidence. Then I guess I'll have forensics take a look at it. I still love how Sebastian's hair changes with his emotion. It's like an anime protagonist. Monsieur Edgeworth, is there something wrong with the teapot I used? This teapot has a minty aroma to it. It's the same aroma as one of the two chemicals used to create the poison gas. Monsieur Edgeworth, surely you don't mean... You suspect me of having set off the poison gas? I do. Setting up the poison gas trap in the Autumn Palace would have required some preparation. As the curator of this museum, you're the only one who could have prepared it in advance. I wonder about that. Preparations for the opening of the museum took about a week, and I received help from both outsiders and Madame Delicia. I think there are people besides me who are also suspicious. Of course, Delicia is also under scrutiny. Furthermore, I don't even know how to create something like poison gas. Even if you found Normalium in my teapot, there is no way I could have prepared the poison gas. Well then, I look forward to hearing the analysis results of the teapot. Her excuse is that she doesn't know how to prepare the poison gas. I must find a way to shatter that excuse. Okay, so... Let me I forgot about this tweet. Hold the phone. Japan's greatest tragedy is having the world's best toilets and no Mexican food. What's the point of owning a Ferrari if you never take it to the track? I mean, it sucks if you like Mexican food, I guess. JT, don't die. Oh no! Why did it respond to me with this? Why did she respond?
Little baby's ice cream.
Scream! Why did she respond to me with that? Oh god, I can't. I have to look away. I hate that commercial so much. Milk dudes. But wait. Because it's a milky dude. I can't. Can I don't know. I'm running out of things to look at here. Examine this. This lift trolley has just been left here. I wonder if it was used recently to carry something heavy. The surface of the platform appears to be wet. I remember seeing this lift trolley someplace before. You mean during the IS-7 incident? Ah, that's right. I remember now. It was in Dover's room. If I remember correctly, it was used to transport the ice sculptures. The lift trolley has a feature that allows you to adjust the height and angle of the platform. With just one of these, a single person could move the sculptures all by themselves. Oh, cool. Okay. I have a craving for Milk Duds, and I blame this chat. Chris, if it helps, if I get any Milk Duds for Halloween, you can have all my Milk Duds. Wow, how convenient. I will put two. Why is there a lift trolley here? I guess that's something we'll need to think about. Yes, it could be related to the case. Okay, so... I don't know, the cart? Oh, I didn't mean to do that again. No, I hate it. Thanks, Rob. If Larry put milk in his tea before he broke the teapot, would that make him a milk dude? You know, I really don't want to refer to Larry, and every time I see him on screen, and I go, oh look, that's the milk dude. I really don't want to start doing that. Thank you very much. I don't know. I'm stuck. I feel like I looked at everything up here. Back to my organizer. Okay, let me look at the trolley. 18 years ago, Dover used this to carry his ice sculptures. The surface of the platform is wet. Larry drew the sketch just as he saw it touch the D. I know Edgeworth said there was a contradiction here, so let me see if I can find it. Hey. That's Big Man. Why does he look upset?
I don't know, they found us on it's apparently a rush.
Oh, it looks like he's screaming.
He is screaming.
Why would Big Man be screaming? So nothing about, you know, Courtney is sticking out to me. I see the cart with Catherine, but nothing's sticking out. What's Delicia washing? He's screaming because he isn't getting his milk juice. Milk duds! Milk duds!
He's screaming, you aren't having fun.
I am having fun. Excuse me? Excuse me? My middle name is Okami Fun Hylia. Is she washing something? Is she washing sheets? Hold the phone. I'll hold on to that. The teapot. And then all the old stuff. Is she... The only thing I can think of around here, is she washing the tea cart? Like, can I deduce here? I can. Like, is it the same thing that she's washing? Well, why? Was it stained? I'm just gonna try. Larry, there's something I want to ask you about your sketch. Huh? You want a lecture on sketching from the famed Professor Laurice, do ya? No, I just need to ask you something. The tablecloth in your sketch, are you sure it was light blue? Oh, it was the color! My eyes never fail me! But the one on the service cart here is white, isn't it? Dude, you're always so busy thinking with just your head that you miss the obvious. What's with that look on your face? When I drew that painting, I was using the cart with the tea set on it, remember? Because I was tidying up the broken pottery shards. That's not something to be proud of. And right then, Katie came out of the Winter Palace. I had to hurry and hide the broken teapot so that she wouldn't notice. Hey, I want milk. How do Shiver and Fry even respond to that? Did you just say Miss Hall came out of the Winter Palace? That's right, but this time she was pushing another service cart. And the tablecloth was light blue, just like how I drew it. Huh. What did she do with that service cart? Beats me, she went into the Summer Palace with it, so I don't know. And when she came out, she was pushing the lift trolley. The lift trolley? When I called out to her, she was so surprised that she just left it there. She's so cute when she's shy. A second service cart and a lift trolley. Maybe there were 2 tea sets along with 2 service carts? We'll have to verify it with Miss Hall. Can I go back and ask her about it? Oh! Thank you. What language was that? It was still milk dudes either way. I'm upset. Why are you using that card specifically to say milk dude? God! I'm leaving Twitter for a week, I swear. Or I'm turning off autocorrect on my phone. Is it true? Oh no, it was my desktop, so I blame Grammarly. I know that was Japanese. Oh my gosh, no. Could we, like, learn another word in a different language, please, that isn't milk dude? Thank you. Is it true you keep 2 service carts on the premises? Yes. Is there something wrong? Earlier I was looking at one of the sketches from that so-called artist, and I noticed that he had drawn the cart's tablecloth light blue. Light blue? Are you sure you weren't mistaken, monsieur? I only ever use tablecloths that are pure white. That's true, the tablecloth here doesn't have a single spot on it. Yes, that's because I always change them immediately whenever they get dirty. Did Larry get the color wrong then? What were you doing when this sketch was drawn? At that time, I was just doing my job as usual. Then could you tell me exactly what that work entails? Kate, stop. I swear that there's a part of Catherine's theme that sounds like the start of the Flintstones theme. Wait, like Flint, like, is it the part where Fred screams Yabba Dabba Doo? Da 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 da. What the heck? What were you doing when you were drawn in the sketch? Now I'm going to be listening for it. It's in my head. Now JT's coming in. From the looks of the drawing, it doesn't seem like you were transporting the tea set. This was when I was delivering chocolates to all the people in the investigation. Ah, how nice. Chocolates. I wish I could have got some too. There are still a few left, so please eat these then. I made them myself, though it's possible they might not suit your taste. Thank you so much. Thank you. Perhaps it's because she had them in her pocket, but it looks like they melted a bit. Oh no, melted chocolate is just fondue, so it's still a win. The sweet goodness. I missed it! Darn it! I missed it because of the stream delay. I'm listening for it. Hold on. I don't hear it. I don't hear it. I'm happy to hear you say that. I'm happy to hear you say that. These chocolates are a little misshapen, but I'm glad to get some sugar into my system. Although they're a little too sweet for my taste. Back up? Okay, hold on, I gotta check. Speaking of Ohio. Ohio gozaimasu! No. No. Stop. Why are you— no! Rob, no. Do not get Milk Dudes trending on Twitter, I swear. I'm gonna go back to what— oh my gosh, help me anyway. I don't know, do I talk to Delicia about the tablecloth next? Boy, how's the investigation coming along? Have you found anything? Boy, not quite actually, we haven't found any clues yet. You're doing it to— oh, okay, no, I think it's— yeah, same combo, so no, nothing. I don't know, the fountain? It appears the body has already been recovered by the police. Why was the body of the victim from 18 years ago found floating in the fountain? I mean, wouldn't the body have gone all goopy after 18 years? Not even goopy, it would have been completely decomposed. I don't know if I would call it goopy. It certainly would have required a special method to preserve the body. Yeah, I wonder if such a method even exists. I don't know, did we do it like the did we mummify the body? That's the only thing I could think of. Hey, Mr. Forensic Guy, any new information? Yes, normalium and fatalium have been detected in the fountain water. They must have flowed through the stream from the Autumn Palace to the fountain. Aside from the chemicals, we also found high levels of sugar. We're working hard on investigating it. Sugar in the fountain water? What could have caused that? Oh, I'm getting a phone call. This is Edgeworth. It's Gumshoe, sir. What's tipo de leche? Did I even say that right, or did I accidentally butcher that? Did something happen? Actually, right now, all the investigators but me have left the Winter Palace, so I can finally tell you what we found. It's not good for a detective to be leaking out information about the investigation, but his resourcefulness has saved me many times these past few days. I kind of wish you had enough internet clout. I'm glad you don't have enough internet clout. I say that in the nicest way possible. All of the sculptures in the Winter Palace have melted. There's still some liquid left in the cases, but there's less in the Gemini case than in the Tauros case. There's still liquid in the glass cases. Yes, sir. We just investigated the light blue liquid a moment ago. We only detected sugar in the Tauros case, but for some reason in the Gemini case, we detected 3 different substances. 3 substances. They consisted of sugar, salt, and blood. Blood and salt were detected in the Gemini case. I wonder whose blood it could have been. I asked forensics to look into it, sir. Right, I leave it to you, detective. That reminds me, the forensics investigating the fountain patio contacted me. It seems the sugar found in the fountain matches that found in the light blue liquid. If my body went goopy, he would be a milk dude. No, because mothballs aren't supposed to melt. No, that's milk dude in Spanish. Well, hey, that's one bit of Spanish I learned today. That sounds like valuable information. Okay, so we got the liquid analysis results. Is that all the new information you have for me? Ah, now that you mention it, we found a rainbow light device in there too. The device was used to disguise the Autumn Palace. It seems the device that was used in the IS-7 incident is also connected to this one. I should listen to what Delicia has to say about that. I have to go back to investigating now, sir. When we get the results of the blood test, I'll let you know right away. Yes, thank you, detective. Was that Gummy calling? That sure was a long call. But thanks to him, we now have an important piece of information. In order to break Miss Hall's alibi, I'll need to talk to everyone involved in the IS-7 incident. Well, we mentioned talking to Delicia, right? I cannot tweet from the Zeldathon Twitter account. I am not on the social media team. I do not have access to that, and neither would I do that if I did. Delicia, would you be willing to aid in the investigation? Yesy, of course. Anything for Miley and Kayfaye. I'll listen to whatever you have to say. I was wondering if you could stop calling me Miley. And stop calling me Kayfaye. Fee, that's out of the question. I can't just change a name I've already decided on. Even if we ask her, she won't listen to what we have to say at all. Okay, so the decorations? Do you know anything about the decorations that are used in this museum? Specifically, the fluorescent cloths and a special device called a rainbow light device. Yesy, of course I do. Because they are presents that I gave to Katie. As an apology for breaking the rules 18 years ago. I gave her 4 new rock salt lamps and the 4 fluorescent cloths I used in the contest. Wow, that sounds nice. Fluorescent cloths and rock salt lamps. Haha, seems like only us girls can understand how wonderful they are. That's a cruel thing to say, Miss Delicious. I like them too, you know. Gee, that was back when Ray Ray was still a cute little boy. But back when Mr. Shields was a cute little boy? I can't even imagine it. Are they the same decorations you saw 18 years ago? Probably. The rock salt lamp, the cloth, and the rainbow light device, they all seem the same. 4 fluorescent cloths were used in the Autumn Palace, but I have the feeling I saw 1 more of the same cloth. It's true. Look, I've got the proof right here in my bag. What is she searching for? Not this. Not this either. Yep, I remember this. I definitely remember that scene. Let's show Delicia and have her confirm my suspicions. Before I do that, I'd like to ask you something since you're a pharmacist. Exactly how would one gain the knowledge required to set off poison gas? Oh, that's basic knowledge for any pharmacist acquainted with Megatoxin X. It even says on the warning label, danger, do not mix with normalium. Then, is there another way for someone who isn't a pharmacist to obtain that information? Well, it might be possible if they've seen the Angel's recipe. The recipe book that was the grand prize of the contest 18 years ago. Since it also contains the recipe to prepare Megatoxin X. Does this mean that you've also seen the contents of the angel's recipe? Yes, see, that's a given, of course. The pharmaceutical company I work for is the Master Group. It's the company that makes the Cold Killer X medicine. Cold Killer X, the cold medicine that promises to kill colds good. After Jesse got declared guilty, the company took back the recipe book. However, only a small group of elite pharmacists have been allowed to see it, though. So this woman is also a part of that small group of elite pharmacists. Okay, now let me show it to her. Presenting... Oh, there's my clock. Went right past it. Present. Wasn't there a dirty rag in your bag that looked similar to this? Fee, I'm not going to give any information to someone who calls it a dirty rag. Then, would it be better if I called it a washcloth? Fee, wrong again. It's a fluorescent cloth. Oopsie, that was supposed to be a secret. Please tell me all you know about this fluorescent cloth. Well, it wasn't you. You are not good at keeping secrets, Delicia. Please tell me the reason why you hid this cloth. Oh, I guess I have no choice since the cat's out of the bag. I found this cloth floating in the fountain, and right after that I was called to the Autumn Palace. So that's the moment Larry captured in his so-called sketch of beauties. At first, I thought one of the fluorescent cloths I'd given Katie had washed away. But didn't you only give 4 fluorescent cloths as a present to this museum? There were 4 fluorescent cloths covering the sculptures in the Autumn Palace, right? So that's when I realized that this was the cloth that went missing 18 years ago. The poison gas broke out because someone had stolen my Megatoxin X. So I thought the fluorescent cloth had also been used for the crime. I was afraid I'd be suspected, so I didn't say anything about it to anyone. I see. But I sure feel a lot better after talking about it. Stress isn't good for your figure, after all. 18 years ago, the cloth that was wrapped around the body went missing. Who would have thought it would turn up in the fountain along with the body? Okay, so that got updated. Okay. I don't think there's anything else I can ask her about. Checking my logic real quick. I still only got the one. Okay, so that's not gonna help me. I don't... Oh no, I'm gonna start talking to everybody again. Okay, no, Courtney's still saying I'm out of line, of course. Larry, am I done talking to you? Okay, yeah, same thing as before. Oh, I didn't mean to talk to Kay. Back up. Sebastian, I doubt you have anything for me. I'm not talking to the badge. Okay, no, they're just gonna squabble. Anything from Catherine? No, it's all the same stuff. Uncle Ray? Otherwise I missed something. Oh, here we go. Mr. Shields, could you tell me what kind of person Miss Hall is? Miles, don't tell me. You're also interested in Katie? No. Well, all joking aside, all Uncle Ray can say is, the Kate I know is a truly admirable woman. For 18 years, she has always wanted to remain here and wait for Master's return. Yo, Zeno, hi, what is up? However, she was driven out of the mansion by Master's relatives. What? She was driven out of the mansion? That's because Kate isn't related by blood to Mr. Master. With no family and her job taken from her, she could only live on with the song and dance that Mr. Master had taught her. Oh no, I'm so sorry! Oh geez, I had no idea. I'm so sorry. I hope you're feeling somewhat better. Well, she's now retired as a world-famous actress, though. Why did she retire? Because she had already saved up enough money to buy this mansion. It seems she even got back the angel's recipe that had been taken by the Master Group. Interesting, so she knows. This mansion where she lived with Mr. Master had been everything to her. She probably just wanted to take back everything that she lost. It seems that Mr. Shield sympathizes with Miss Hall. But you could also say that her actions have taken away everything Mr. Master had. Oh no, I'm so sorry. No, I know on my Twitter feed's usually pretty packed, and then during work a lot happens, and then I can hardly catch up with everything. Still, I'm glad you're feeling better. Let me think. So I talked to Ray. Can I ask Catherine about all that info we just got? Is that possible? No. Okay. Then is it my logic? Because didn't I just get some logic? I did. So let me see, because these are the only two that I have. Yes! The method used to set off the poison gas is explained in the Angel's recipe. And the current owner of the Angel's recipe...
Yes, queen!
Yes, thank you for that. Is Miss Hall. So that means... Indeed, it means that it is possible she knew how to set off the poison gas. With this, we can expose her lies for what they are. Oh, so it's gonna be an awkward confrontation. Oh good, I got my little tic-tac of help. I got it back. Now all that's left is to wait for the results of the teapot. To be continued. Alrighty, quick save right here. First, I'm gonna do my usual save state. I'm gonna do this and save in game. And we're gonna continue. Okay. I am hydrated. Oh man, everyone's here. This is awkward. Larry's scribbling away in the corner. I have a report. We have detected traces of normalium from the teapot. You can't be serious. It's just like Mr. Edgeworth said. Darn it! Did Mr. Edgeworth take the title of the best from me again? Mr. DeBest, it seems like you have an obsession about being the best. But when you're on a case, winning and losing is of no importance. What are you saying? Obviously, it's best to be the best at everything. If you can't understand that, then you have no business being a prosecutor. What? Oh, no, wait, hold on. I had it. There we go. Please stop harassing Sebastian. Sebastian, a person of your caliber has no need to listen to such things. Justine, yeah, you're right. Please leave this to me. Why don't you go check on the victim's condition? Yeah, that's a great idea. I'll be right back then. All right, I'll be waiting. Judge Courtney is much more troublesome than Mr. DeBest. Well then. Miss Curator, can you tell us why normalium was discovered in the teapot? I was not aware that it contained such a chemical. I suppose it may have been an ingredient from the detergent I had used. So you're saying that you did not put it in deliberately? No, of course not. There is no way for me to have known how to create the poison gas.
Objection!
Despite being a former actress, it seems you're not very good at lying. What do you mean? The Angel's recipe is in your possession, and the method to create the poison gas is contained inside that recipe book, so you must have known how to create it. I'm surprised you knew about that. Miss Curator, is this true? It's true that information about the poison gas is contained in one of the recipes. If we're talking about Sebastian, then yeah, I mean, I probably would too. No offense to Sebastian. He can't take something from you that you never had in the first place. Oh, dang. However, just because I saw it does not mean that I was responsible for the crime. Could you tell me what set off the poison gas? It was caused by the victim heating the lid of the glass case with a burner. I see. If he locked himself in that room, of his own will and then set off the poison gas? Wouldn't that suggest... would it? Unaliving? Does she intend to deny it until the bitter end? Furthermore, I wouldn't have been able to obtain a chemical like Megatoxin X. That may be true, but you could have stolen it from someone else. That reminds me, I met up with Katie a week ago, and that night was when I realized that my Megatoxin X was gone. Katie, you couldn't have. Madame Delicia always carried her medicine bag around with her. Anyone could have stolen it. That's right. I don't have any proof that she was the one who stole it. Kate, can't you tell us what you're hiding? I know you're not the kind of person who would hurt someone without a reason. Monsieur Shields, you doubt me as well. Setting a trap on one of the gallery's exhibits and then disguising the rooms. I just think it would have been impossible for anyone but the curator. That's not true. There are no guards or security cameras at this gallery. If any ill-intentioned person wanted to sneak into the gallery, it would have been an easy task for them. Then isn't it like an all-you-can-steal buffet in here, Kay? No. You have to be careful. You never know when a great thief could appear. It doesn't sound like a joke when Kay says it. Actually, Monsieur Gustavia apparently entered the gallery before it opened. Well, I'm beat. Looks like Uncle Ray can't do anything to break down Kate's eye on God. They never explain why her gavel's that long. There's no explanation. It kind of just is. This might be a good time to use the technique your old man taught me. The technique my father taught you? This case is deeply connected to the one from 18 years ago. If we just pursue the present case, it may seem like there is a lot we don't understand. But if we try turning things around, there might be a hint in the case from the past. Thinking the other way around, did my father do that too? For example, just consider the relationship between the past case and Kate. Miss Hall melted Mr. Dover's Sherbert sculptures 18 years ago, and today Mr. Dover's works are on display in this gallery. It can't be she... I see. Now I know what to ask her. Heh, that's good to hear. In that case, Uncle Ray will just watch over you as you do your work. Miss Catherine Hall, 18 years ago it seems that you melted Mr. Dover's Sherbert sculptures. Yes, I was young and inexperienced, and I did something inexcusable. However, isn't that why you were able to open the Zodiac Art Gallery? I don't know what you mean. I don't understand either. Prosecutor Edgeworth, do you seek her testimony? Yes, I would like her to tell me about the Zodiac Art Gallery. I would like to know the reason you decided to open a gallery for Mr. Dover's artwork. If you insist that this is related to the case at hand, I will allow it. Miss Curator, your testimony if you please. Very well, if that will clear your suspicions about me. Now then, please testify about the Zodiac Art Gallery. Oh, here we go, testimony time. Okay. 18 years after Monsieur Master was arrested, I was finally able to buy back this mansion. Then, in order to maintain it, I decided to manage it as an art gallery. I collected Pierre Hoquet's works from all over the world. After all, it was my dream to open the Zodiac Art Gallery. Okay. It's wonderful that your dream has come true. What do you think, Prosecutor Edgeworth? I don't believe there was anything strange about her testimony. Judge Courtney, I believe in the courtroom. It is standard to cross-examine the witness. Wouldn't you agree it's a little too early to say that there are no contradictions? You speak like a defense attorney. Very well. Proceed as you please. Alrighty, let's break this down. 18 years ago, after Monsieur Master was arrested, I was finally able to buy back the mansion. Okay, which we did hear about. Then, in order to maintain it, I decided to manage it as an art gallery. I collected Pierre Hoquet's works from all over the world. After all, it was my dream to open the Zodiac Art Gallery. The sculptures in the Winter Palace are the same Schubert sculptures from 18 years ago. Unless I point that out to her, I won't be able to find out the truth. Okay. I have to... I'm gonna start pressing. It must have taken a lot of hard work these past 18 years to buy back the mansion. Judge Courtney has been better this case. I will admit, in the beginning, I did not like her much, but only because, like, the first time we met up with her, she was, like, threatening Edgeworth, and she's like, she's like, you've been doing things all wrong. I'm going to take your badge. And, like, being just really super hostile. She's not being, I will give her this, she's not being as hostile right now. She's sort of working with us. It must have taken a lot of hard work to buy, hard work these past 18 years to buy back the mansion. The place full of my memories with Monsieur Master, it is the only place for me. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of wondering how her character is gonna grow and change, because this is technically only case 3. So we know there's at least probably gonna be another 2 cases if I'm taking a jab at it. She looks like she's having fun. Well, she is a former actress. Singing and dancing is her livelihood. Enough with the singing. Please continue your testimony. Okay, thank you, Tylenus. I had a feeling. I was like, there's probably going to be a 4th case and then like a bonus 5th case. I was just guessing. Pressing the statement. I want to get my opinion on her, but spoiler. No, that's okay. I mean, if you want to talk about it in spoiler chat, be my guest. But I get it, Tylenus. Are you managing this gallery by yourself? Yes, well, I say manage, but it only opened today. And I must continue protecting this mansion, so that Monsieur Master has a place to return to. So she took back the mansion for Mr. Master's sake. Kate, I'm so sorry. I was powerless. It's not your fault, Monsieur Shield. I couldn't do anything either. All I can do now is continue to protect the mansion. I collected... Okay, I'm gonna press this.
Hold it!
Pierre Hoquet. That's Mr. Dover's alias, correct? Yes, it's the name he used when he worked as a sculptor in France. About collecting his works. How did you prepare the Tauros and Gemini sculptures? I heard that Mr. Dover passed away before he completed those 2 sculptures. I had the sculptures in the Winter Palace specially made based on the photos I took. Oh, could you tell us about that in more detail? Oh, after all, it was my dream to open the Zodiac Art Gallery. Well, weren't you gonna tell me more? Oh, here we go. I prepared the replicas of the sculptures in the Winter Palace based on the photos I took. Do I show this photo?
Objection!
This piece of evidence will tell us the truth. This one, you say? Do you want to make me out to be a criminal that badly, Monsieur Edgeworth? Even going as far as to force your strained law— Oh, am I wrong? Yep, okay, nope, that was wrong. In that case, I'll return to my story. Those tears were fake, as expected of a former acclaimed actress. So that wasn't it? I prepared replicas of the sculptures. So I think I have to present something. I think I just presented the wrong thing. So let me see. What do I got here? Sketch, lift, trolley. I know the platform's wet. Was it because of the sculptures? And then we have the liquid analysis. So either the trolley or the liquid analysis. Your statement just now clearly contains a contradiction. Am I wrong? How strange, how suspicious. I don't think so. Not one bit. Not that? Or am I wrong? I can't tell. Nope, I'm wrong. I'm not again. Then is it the liquid analysis? This is like the last thing I can think of. Yes. Whew. Okay, that one stumped me a little. Did you really think that your excuses would continue to hold up? No matter how much you lie, you can't deny the composition of the sculptures. From the analysis results, it's quite clear that the sculptures in the Winter Palace are the sherbet sculptures Mr. Dover created. Oi, Miley, as a pharmacist, it's my turn to shine. What we call sugar actually comes in many different varieties and tastes. Even if the sculptures were replicas, it's nearly impossible to replicate the composition. I see, thank you for the explanation, though I don't recall asking for one. That, Miss Hall, means you couldn't have melted the sherbet sculptures back then. You stole them and preserved them for 18 years. What? She preserved the sherbet for 18 whole years? If you freeze it properly, it's not impossible. Silence, please. Miss Curator, what do you have to say? I can't believe you've already uncovered so much. So you're admitting that you stole the sherbet sculptures? No, I cannot admit to such a thing. There isn't any proof that I stole them after all. Also, I couldn't have stolen the sculptures 18 years ago. I don't think they would have been easy to steal without the police noticing. Is that so? I don't know what you did 18 years ago. As such, how can I judge how difficult it would have been to steal them? It looks like you won't give up so easily. I don't intend on giving up until I learn the truth. I understand. Then I shall tell you what I did 18 years ago. What I did? On the day of the incident, I was waiting in the main building until the judging. During the judging, at Monsieur Master's request, I went to change the film in the camera. But before I could deliver the camera to him, I discovered Monsieur Dover's body. After Monsieur Gregory arrived, I prepared tea for everyone involved in the investigation. It was then that I witnessed Monsieur Gustavia entering Monsieur Dover's room. And that was everything I had done on that day. I don't think there is anything suspicious about my actions. That's not your decision to make. Mr. Edgeworth, were there any contradictions in her testimony? For now, I should just prove that she stole the sculptures. But when could Miss Hall have stolen them? If I can answer that, then her crime should come to light. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick sip. Okay. And we're back to testimonying. On the day of the incident, I was waiting in the main building until the judging. Okay. During the judging at Monsieur Master's request. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna start crossing everything. What were you doing before the judging began? I was in my room on the second floor practicing my dancing. I was performing on the TV show Piece of Cake back then. Piece of Cake? What kind of show was that? It was a children's program. The host made sweets while singing and dancing. Oh, that sounds like fun! Well, that's unexpected. You knew about the show, Mops? My father told me about it once, so I just happened to watch it a few times. So Miss Hall was practicing her dancing in her room. Could Miss Hall have stolen the sculptures then? I'm gonna say no to that one. It couldn't have been then. I should listen to more of her testimony. During the judging request, I went to change the film and the camera. Okay. So you were the only one who could move freely during the judging period? I certainly would have had more freedom to move about than the contestants. However, I couldn't possibly have stolen the sculptures right in front of Monsieur Master. Moreover, upon being asked to change the film, I went directly to the entryway. At Mr. Master's request, she went to change the film and the camera. Could Miss Hall have stolen the... I feel like I'm gonna doubt every statement I press here. That Santa plush in the flashback scares me. It scares me because you're just reminding me that Mariah Carey is currently defrosting and it's almost October. And while that also means Halloween is closer, that also means the Santa plush might come to life in a few months. Thanks. You started me down this random path of rambling of mine. At first I was gonna say this could have been when she stole it, but then she made the point of being in front of him. So I'm gonna say no. It couldn't have been then. I should listen to more. I'm just glad she's in there and we're out here and that she's the sheriff. Mariah can become the sheriff. Before I could deliver the camera to him, I discovered the body. So you entered Mr. Master's room before you delivered the camera. Yes, I heard the sound of something breaking, you see. I remember this. Monsieur Master? Are you in here? I remember this clearly. That was actually the sound of the ship breaking. Someone snuck a bite of it, you see. When the body was discovered, was Mr. Master still judging Mr. Gustavio's room? I am sure that he was. Monsieur Master is the type of person who would carefully judge one room at a time. She found Mr. Dover's body inside Mr. Master's room. Maybe she could have during here? Oh god! It's got the... Oh, I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want Twitch yelling at me. Mariah Carey's record company will come for me. Oh gosh, I'm sweating too. She could have. I mean, she was the only one who discovered the body and then ran back to tell us. Fine, shot in the dark, because I'm not sure. This was when you stole the sherbet sculptures. And how would I have done that? That's... not even a great thief could have taken it then, you know? Ah, shoot. Okay, I'm wrong. No, there is none of those... no parades until December 1st. They are outlawed here. After Monsieur Gregory had arrived, I prepared the tea for everyone. Pressing this. Did you do so in the same manner as today? Yes, I poured the tea for everyone working on the investigation. Now that you mention it, Uncle Ray also got some tea from you that day. Kate was pushing her service cart back and forth from the patio. She was pushing the service cart. Could one of them have been the... Wait a minute. Oh, she was moving around a lot. Did anything seem strange to you then? Well, I remember your old man singing praises of her Ceylon tea. Honk. And he also said something about how the saucer was chilled. The saucer was chilled? Oh, shoot, I think that might have been it. Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. This was when you stole the sherbet sculptures. I'm sorry, but Monsieur Shields and company were at the fountain patio the entire time. Are you saying that I stole them in broad daylight? That's precisely what I'm saying. Oh, dang. This is where she hid the sculptures to steal them right under their noses. It was the tea cart, wasn't it? Like, because of being at the trolley and stuff?
Take that!
I think that's it. Neither my father nor Mr. Shields realized the sculpture was right in front of them. What you were pushing around was no ordinary service cart. It was the sculpture itself.
Overruled!
But surely that would still be impossible. If she placed the sculptures on the service cart, people would notice immediately. I never said she used the service cart to move the sculptures. What? What do you mean? Then what did she use to move the sculptures around? This is what Miss Hall... I've got it right here. There it is. The voice trolley. And this is the lift trolley Mr. Dover used 18 years ago to move his sherbet sculptures. It seems the same lift trolley lies here in the fountain patio. That's because it was originally prepared for the contest in the first place. Are you saying she used the lift trolley to move the sculptures? Yes. If the sculptures were placed on this lift trolley and then covered with a tablecloth, it could be disguised as a service cart and moved without arousing suspicion. How could that be? So the sauces were chilled because they were sitting on the ice sculptures? Hey, what's the meaning of this? What were you thinking? That was truly impressive. Oh, she's straight up admitting it? You certainly are Monsieur Gregory's son. After 18 years, it's hard to imagine any proof that I stole the sculptures remained. But I knew it was only a matter of time until I was suspected. Miss Curator, does this mean you admit to stealing the sculptures? Yes, I admit it. 18 years ago, I stole the sherbet sculptures from Monsieur Dover's room. It's just as Monsieur Edgeworth says, I disguised the lift trolley as a service cart, and I served tea as I made my way back and forth. That wasn't all. I also took the ice block with all the star clusters on it. An ice block with star clusters on it? This seems familiar. A giant block of ice is being displayed here. It appears to be quite heavy. No, the inside must be hollow. The Winter Palace is a reproduction of Mr. Dover's room from 18 years ago. Because they had melted, my father never got the chance to see them. But those blocks of ice were originally from Dover's sherbet salon. The 2 sculptures and 2 blocks of ice, I took everything I could. And then I placed empty glass cases in Monsieur Dover's room. The sculptures were all encased in glass to preserve their fine details. But the ice blocks were being displayed as they were. As per the rules, we prepared the glass cases for Mr. Dover. So it would have been easy for her to prepare the glass cases. In Monsieur Dover's room, there were some sculptures that were still unfinished. I thought if I melted them, it would look like the ones I stole had melted too. So everything you see in the Winter Palace are all original works from 18 years ago. Miss Hall, it didn't take much to get her to confess. Then she must know. She knows it isn't enough to try her in court. That is all I have to say. But even though I admit to stealing the sculptures, you can't arrest me for it. What? What do you mean by that? Heavens! You're assisting an investigation without knowing this much? Perhaps you should read this book concerning the Statute of Limitations. Ah, crap. Right. The Statute of Limitations? Hey everyone, it's time to learn about real-world law. Did you know that if you committed a crime past a certain date, you can get away? You can't be tried for it. Man, I need to rephrase that because I feel like that might accidentally I might accidentally try to sound like I committed something myself and wait. I have never committed a crime. To put it simply, disclaimer, please don't commit crimes. To put it simply, it's the time frame in which a suspect can be taken to court. You can see it on this page. Murder is 15 years, theft is 7 years. Theft is really short. The statute of limitations for murder is 15 years, and for the... Why is it statute of limitations for murder? I feel like there should be no limitation on that. 7 years for theft is really hacking short. That's right. And Miss Hall's theft was 18 years ago. Oh, that's more than double. According to the statute, she cannot be arrested for stealing the sculptures. So that's how it is. Oh, wait. Stealing evidence from a crime scene is an unforgivable offense. However, for this crime at least, we have no right to pass judgment. It appears that Prosecutor Edgeworth's tepid reasoning has all been for naught. Objection! Because Ace Attorney 1 needed that plot device for the trial over Gregory's murder. Yeah, and I still complained about it back then. I wonder about that. I deduce Miss Hall's actions simply to expose a different crime. If she only took the sculptures, we wouldn't have found the body from 18 years ago. Are you saying that I hid Monsieur Dover's body? That's correct. But how can someone hide a body for 18 years? I would imagine it would be very difficult under normal circumstances. So you're saying the circumstances weren't normal? Are you claiming that you know where the body was hidden? When you consider Miss Hall's actions, the answer becomes obvious. 18 years ago, Miss Hall stole something more than just Sherbert sculptures. If you're so confident, I would like to hear your answer. Where did Miss Hall hide the body? Oh, I actually have to provide. I was gonna say in ice, because that's the only thing I can think of. And the only ice thing I have is the photo, I'm pretty sure, and the sketch, maybe?
Take that!
The fridge, obviously. Okay, dang, that has to be one really cold fridge. And that fridge needs to last 18 years. This is the photograph of Mr. Dover's sculptures. Yes, and perhaps you've noticed that the victim's body can be seen in this picture. I do not see it. Please point it out clearly. Where in this picture can one see the body of the victim? It's time to expose the location of the body. Is it, tell me it's one of these. Not the Tauros, but tell me it's in the Geminis.
Take that!
Block. The Gemini sculpture. Yes, while it may look like the Gemini sculpture at first glance, in reality, this is none other than Isaac Dover himself. Oh, that's creepy. This ice sculpture was the victim's body, but all I can see from this picture is an ice sculpture statue. That's because a certain piece of evidence was used to conceal it. Conceal it? Which piece of evidence? I'm just looking at this real quick to see. It's not the badge Tylodos. So I'm going to assume, based on the fact that I was like, well, it has to be the Gemini sculpture because people, like, not bull. I am going to assume, if we're assuming it's one of these, it's being covered by a hood. And the only thing I think I have in my evidence pile that would cover it like a hood is the cloth.
Take that!
This is the cloth that was covering the sculptures in the Autumn Palace. This cloth manipulates light. With it, it's entirely possible to make something look like ice. Isn't that right, Delicia? Yesy? When it glows red, it's like a raging inferno. And when it glows blue, you can almost feel the glittering cool ice. That cloth will only emit light when it is attached to a special device. Judge Courtney, look closely at the picture one more time. Beneath the Gemini case lies a box-shaped object attached to the pedestal. Oh, I noticed it now. This is a rainbow light device. Detective Gumshoe reported one in the Winter Palace. This is the device that went missing 18 years ago. Originally, it would have been attached to the cloth inside the glass case. Naturally, Miss Hall took the device with her when she moved the sculptures. The badge is lighting up the body. It's not the badge doesn't light up. By using the rainbow light device to make the fluorescent cloth glow, Mr. Dover's body was made to look like an ice sculpture. That's ridiculous. So then, when Uncle Ray took a photo of the Winter Palace, that's right, the body had been in front of us all along, disguised as Gemini. Oh, wait. However, the body and the fluorescent cloth were both discovered in the fountain. If the ice sculpture was the body, we would have found it in the Winter Palace. If we had found it there, her trick would have been revealed immediately. Miss Hall moved the body out of the Winter Palace to prevent us from discovering it. Absurd. You say she threw the body into the fountain without any of us noticing? No, Judge Courtney. There was no need for that. She simply used the same method as before. Remember the lift trolley? She moved the body to some other room and dumped it into the stream to the fountain. Naturally, the frozen body would have sunk to the bottom of the fountain. That's why the cloth floated up first and was found by Delicia. And eventually, the body thawed out and floated to the surface. Monsieur Edgeworth, you truly have a gift for deductive reasoning. However, do you have any proof that I moved the body? No. If you cannot prove that, then there is no way that I can accept what you are saying. Wasn't there anyone who saw Miss Hall move the body? Yes, I believe such a person exists. The answer lies in the evidence that person gave me, and that piece of evidence will reveal the truth of Miss Hall's actions. Prosecutor Edgeworth, are you able to prove the crime of Miss Curator? Certainly, I have evidence that will show exactly what she did. Then it's time we see your answer. Oh no! I don't know! Wait, was Mr. Dover a milk dude? No. No, to answer your question, he was not. Time to look over everything again. IS-7 incident file, art gallery pamphlet, Winter Palace photo, glass burner, fluorescent cloth, Pisces, moon poison, Angel's recipe, frame, finger marks, rock salt, family photo, teapot. Checking, what is she doing in this photo? Uh-huh. Wait a minute, is it the photo?
Take that!
It's the only thing I have with her in it. Another sketch. Oh, it appears I have been drawn in this one. This is a sketch Larry drew of the women at the fountain patio. I would like to direct your attention to the service card on the left side of the sketch. Service cart? What about it? Don't you see? What transpired 18 years ago has happened again. Miss Hall was moving the body in this sketch. No. Please wait. I don't see Monsieur Dover's body anywhere in that drawing. All I did was hand out chocolates to everyone. The key detail in this sketch is the color of the tablecloth. Up until now, I thought Larry had just made a mistake. It's okay, Chaos. I actually didn't look at chat before then. But no, you're okay. I appreciate that you weren't trying to. At least Larry wasn't being a creep and drawing. Rob. This drawing isn't bad. Edgeworth, Larry drew it. Courtney, this is the worst drawing I've ever seen in my life. Okay, fine, Courtney. Do you want to see some of my drawings of Barney the dinosaur from when I was like 3 years old? Do you want to see a bad drawing? Do you want to see that one time I drew a horse with 5 legs? Not gonna lie, I would steal M&M's too. Prosecutor Edgeworth, can you answer that for me? The tablecloth wasn't hidden. It's right in front of us. Do clarify. The tablecloth used to hide the body, where is that now? It's inside the fountain, it's outside the patio, Miss Hall has it with her. If it was inside inside the fountain, it would have floated up, no. Outside the patio, I think we would have seen it. I think the third option makes the most sense. Yeah, I have that sound linked to my stream deck. Isn't it obvious? Miss Hall is carrying it with her out in the open. Out in the open? Oh, you mean... Miss Hall, you are wearing the tablecloth around your waist. Oh, dang! The block of ice was not encased in a glass case. In other words, the tablecloth was in direct contact with the block of ice. If we have it examined, we will undoubtedly find traces of sherbet on it. Miss Hall, you will turn your tablecloth over to the police at once. There's no need to examine the tablecloth. It is just as you say. I stole the poison from Madame Delicia, and I moved the body. She looks like she's doing a Shakespeare pose. I have done terrible things. Madame Delicia, I am so sorry. 1 week ago, I took your Megatoxin X bottle. The ice cream, yeah, the ice cream. I slipped it into that man's pocket to make it look like, unaliving. And if they suspected it was murder, the evidence would point to Madame Delicia. Katie? Kate, what were you thinking? Weren't we always trying to save Mr. Master together? I could not let myself be arrested. Not until I had proven Monsieur Master's innocence. From the very beginning, I had planned to turn myself in once everything was over. But I suppose it is too late to say that now. Kate, why? Why would you go this far? Even for Monsieur Shields, I've caused nothing but trouble. Ow, ow, kneading my thigh. Ow, thank you, Luna. For the past 18 years, I have been a criminal. Ow. The IS-7 incident. Don't tell me that you were the true culprit. My greatest crime was stealing the sherbet sculptures for my own selfish interest. Ow! When Monsieur Dover died, they were no longer just ordinary sculptures. They had become the final works of the sculpture Monsieur Master so deeply loved. What if they melted before Monsieur Master returned? With that in mind, I couldn't let anyone touch them, not even the police. Even though I knew it was wrong, I moved them to the mansion's freezer. However, I only wanted to preserve Monsieur Dover's art. I did not know his body was hidden among them. So she stole the sculptures without noticing the body. I mean, I think that's believable because even Courtney didn't realize there was a body in the photo. Monsieur Master would never take another person's life. But because of me, the body vanished and Monsieur Master was found guilty. Yeah, you messed up, Kate. And he kind of took you in and everything. That kind man, he treated someone like me as family. He meant more to me than anyone else, and yet... Kate. When Monsieur Master was found guilty, I was chased out of this mansion. I was finally able to reclaim the mansion just a few days ago, but... When I saw the sculptures sleeping away in the freezer, I realized that I was the one who hid Monsieur Dover's body. However, the statute of limitations had already expired. Therefore, I could think of no other way to atone for my sins. It appears I have misunderstood her. It seems she caused this entire incident in order to save Mr. Master. What you thinking about, Mr. Edgeworth? There is one thing that has been bothering me this whole time. Why would Miss Hall plan a murder with such an uncertain method like poison gas? And the reason she disguised the Autumn Palace to look like the Winter Palace was to make those involved in the incident 18 years ago confuse the two rooms. I wonder what Kate was trying to accomplish. She was trying to prove Mr. Master's innocence. In that case, Miss Hall's true objective was to turn herself in to find the true culprit, to make us find to find the true culprit. I think that's the one that makes more sense. Perhaps she was trying to find the true culprit. Miss Hall, were you trying to prove Mr. Master's innocence? You wanted to reveal the true culprit and have the police find the body from 18 years ago. Was that not your true goal? By displaying those sculptures, you'd attract those involved in the past incident. Only 2 people would know where the body was hidden, you and the true culprit. The culprit would have panicked knowing that the body would be displayed publicly. Yes, and if the culprit really showed up, there's the risk they'd erase their tracks. In the worst case scenario, they might even stolen the body. So how could she protect the evidence while simultaneously luring in the culprit? I see, that's why she made the Autumn Palace look like the Winter Palace. Yes, and then Miss Hall, you must have thought, whoever opens the Pisces case, believing it to be the Gemini case, must be the true culprit of the IS-7 incident. I mean, that's really clever, but that backfired so bad. But that means that person is the true culprit.
Overruled!
Please wait a moment, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Do you realize what you're saying? Do you intend to accuse that person of being the culprit behind the IS-7 incident? Miss Hall was trying to trap the true culprit. If so, wouldn't the person who fell for the trap be the true culprit? However, I have no evidence to back up my claims. If I make a formal accusation without any proof, it will not end well. Should I announce the true killer of Isaac Dover? Do I? I thought you just said if I do that, I could be in trouble without proof. It's not Maya. I know who they're talking about. I kind of pieced it together. But do I have the proof to say, before I throw out the name? Do I have the proof? I'm gonna save, because I'm kind of afraid to answer this incorrectly. Really quick. Saving. I'm not gonna make an accusation. Should I be more careful and do it after I've collected more evidence? No, if I miss the chance, I might not be able to work on this case any further. Above all, I can't just leave the true culprit at large any longer. I can't just leave the people that have suffered for 18 years. I will solve this case by my own hand. What I should do is reveal the truth. In that case, there is no need to hesitate. Yes, that's correct. Judge Courtney. I indict this person as the true culprit behind the IS-7 incident. Oh, so I'm allowed to just throw it out there? Okay. I wasn't aware I was just allowed to throw this out there, but here I go.
Take that!
It's not Larry! Dane Gustavia, who fell victim to the poison gas, is the true culprit of the IS-7 incident? Gusty is! Mr. Gustavia? Miss Hall, didn't you believe that if you opened this gallery, the true culprit would come? That's why you set up the poison gas trap, is it not? You truly have a gifted mind, just like your father. It is as you say, Monsieur Edgeworth. Now, would you please tell us the whole truth? Yes, I have nothing more to hide. I will tell you everything. I set a trap in the gallery to find the true culprit. Before the gallery opened, I left only the Autumn Palace unlocked. At opening time, when I went around to unlock each room, I discovered that the Autumn Palace had been locked from the inside. I knew that the true culprit was on the other side of the door. My hand was trembling. All that was left for the trap was for the trap to do its work. When I heard Monsieur Gustavio was exposed to the poison gas, I realized he was the culprit. And I thought that if the police discovered Monsieur Dover's body, it would prove Monsieur Master's innocence. Why didn't you ever come talk to me? There might have been another way. Really, that's what you should have done. I know that you did everything you could for me over the past 18 years. However, all of this had been brought on by my own crime. That's why I wanted to save Monsieur Master as soon as possible. I wonder if they ever coded a specific rebuttal. That would be funny if they probably didn't, but it would have been funny if they did. Kate. Not only that, the police hid the fact that the body went missing 18 years ago. Even if I reported the body, there was a chance that the truth would be hidden again. That's why I caused the incident at the museum's opening, with as many witnesses as possible. I'm sorry. Gregory, Mr. Master, and even you. I couldn't protect anyone. Oh, Uncle Ray! Mr. Shield, it must be tough on him as well. Oh, a single tear. The one who should be apologizing is me. Monsieur Edgeworth, Monsieur Shields, I'm terribly sorry. I shall accept whatever punishment I am given. However, I must ask of you, please clear Monsieur Master's name. The truth that was hidden for 18 years was revealed in an unexpected manner. However, to think that things would end this way... That's not the end of the case. Yeah, to be continued. It's not the end of the case. Okay, that means it's time to do the double save. We're gonna save here, and we're gonna save here. Okay, we still got just a little under hour for stream. So let's see how far we can... Let's see how far we can get. Okay. Miss Hall, have you composed yourself? And the punishment is Nickelodeon slime. I don't know if I would call that a punishment as a 90s kid. I would call that a reward. Yes. What you did, no matter the reason, was unforgivable. Yes, I know. However, you committed this crime in order to prove Mr. Master's innocence. If the true culprit is someone else, we have a duty to reinvestigate. Listen, gag is a reward, straight up. As the 90s kid in me. If you just handed me gag, I would have had the time of my life. No false evidence from the IS-7 incident remains in the official case files. Moreover, there is no evidence to lend credence to Miss Hall's testimony. We should first arrest Miss Hall as the culprit behind today's incident. We cannot be certain that all the case files are accurate. After all, the prosecutor in this case has a history of forging evidence. Are you suggesting that the PIC overlooked such a prosecutor? That's none of my concern. The truth is that evidence was falsified. And the fact that Jover's body from 18 years ago was just discovered proves it. Prosecutor Edgeworth, I can see remnants of Prosecutor Von Karma within you. What did you say? You try to deceive the PIC and fabricate the truth. Excuse me? Are you comparing my Edgeworth to Von Karma? Excuse me, you cannot compare him now to back then. Fight. You know what? I'm about to throw hands with Courtney. I take back everything I said earlier. We're throwing hands. Let me inform you of my, or rather the PIC's logic. Oh, we're gonna have to test him. We're gonna have to testimony. That just reminded me of the Dolly mini pic of Karl Marx getting slimed at the Nick Kid's Choice. Oh. Man, that is one I did not see, and I can't believe those words just left my mouth. I acknowledge that Prosecutor Von Karma fabricated the information about the body. However, he successfully convicted Mr. Master as an accomplice. I believe that the true culprit was Miss Curator herself. She even attempted to murder Mr. Gustavia today in order to pin the blame on him. Yeah, remember that was a thing for a couple of weeks, I want to say. Dolly kind of scares me with the way it does people faces. It's a little unsettling. Is that really what the PIC believes? I don't know. I was never creative enough to come up with anything I was never creative enough to come up with anything on Dolly to, like, get a lot of likes on Twitter. I'm just not creative enough. Yes, every word I utter is for the sake of law and order. It seems she intends to hide the truth for the sake of the PIC. At this rate, neither Mr. Master nor Miss Hall will be saved. Alright, so, going over everything here. I acknowledge that Professor Von Karma fabricated the information about the body. However, he successfully convicted Mr. Master as an accomplice. The last picture is a green Lorax. You know what? I just went back to look at it again, and
Is
you
that
know.
Karl Marx of the Kids' Choice Awards?
Why do you know what this is?
I know my Dolly images.
No! Why do you know what this is? You shouldn't know. I expect it. She's gonna turn off the stream. I expect it from Rob, but I didn't expect it from you.
I know my Dolly images.
No, stop. Why?
Because
No, you know what? I
Karl
don't.
Marx of the Kids' Choice Awards.
Okay, we need to stop. However, he's successful.
There's one that Robert made that's pretty good. That was Demogorgon working at a Walmart.
Hi, welcome to
You'd be working for that minimum wage check though.
I don't think a demigorgon needs a job, personally.
A Demogorgon.
A demigorgon. Oh my
Not a
gosh.
Demigorgon.
Okay,
That'd be
leave me.
you.
You're the. Oh, because I'm demisexual?
Yeah.
Oh, I see how this is. Alright. Let's poke fun of my sexuality. Why don't we make a joke about how pansexual people like pans a lot? I haven't heard that before.
Why don't you tell me to pick a gender?
Stop making fun of my demi pan butt. Listen, I'll stop. Listen,
I'm listening.
it's out of love, and I'm just saying if you get that piercing
Yeah.
on our gay days,
Yes.
it will make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, JT's getting a piercing, so
Both my ears pierced and I'm getting.
yeah, JT's getting their ears pierced. Wish them luck.
It's probably like everybody told me because I can do tattoos.
Well, the thing is, you're getting your ear pierced, and that's mostly cartilage. It's not like you're getting a belly button ring that I got years ago. That was like one of the worst pains I've ever felt in my life. Like that's the worst thing ever. However, he successfully convicted Mr. Master as an accomplice. I believe that the true culprit was Miss Curator herself. She even attempted to murder Mr. Gustavia today in order to pin the blame on him. I think I'm gonna press this. If she wanted to pin the crime on somebody, why'd choose Mr. Gustavia? Perhaps Mr. Gustavia suspected Miss Hall was the criminal, as he attempted to confirm whether or not the Gemini sculpture was genuine. He was caught in a trap meant to silence him forever. Can you prove that theory? Mr. Gustavia is currently teetering on the brink of death. There's probably no way to prove it unless he regains consciousness. In other words, there is nothing we can do for it. There is nothing we can do for now. That can't be true. There must still be something we can do. You still don't get it, do you? Allow me to give you a clearer explanation. We already have ample evidence for both the IS-7 incident and today's poison gas incident. I mean, I don't know. There is no need to investigate any further. No, there is.
Everyone enjoy this T-Rex.
What are you putting in chat? Is this a T-Rex?
Yes.
Oh, I saw this early. I think I saw this like
T-Rex is a
yesterday.
witch hunter.
I gotta say, I just want to see the T-Rex and the Spinosaurus duke it out again with actual weapons. The culprit is not Maya Von Fick. First of all, that's not her name. You just combine two names there.
Good point.
My point is, it's not that. There's no need to investigate any further. The incident Judge Courtney, don't you have a problem with that statement just now? Should I have a problem with it? Oh, thank you for that. The culprit is not Jimmy Neutron's mother. You're gonna.
Culprit is Judd. Or culprit is Judd.
The culprit is not Judd. Who? The culprit is not a chocobo. Chocobos can't do anything wrong. Oh my god, is there a double chocobo? There's too much of it. They're so good. Oh my gosh. way Courtney out here, like, there is no way in Boss Sing Say. I'm like, yes, there is. Don't lie to me. I tried to throw Okami, the wolf, getting slimed at Dolly, and the results are beyond cursed. I kind of... Man, you say that, Chris, and now you got me curious, because there's no problem at all. JT, please, stop. You're making me say it, and I'm not the one singing. Pisces scat. I don't know. Contains the recipe, frame finger marks, photo. I don't know. Didn't we say one of the kids was missing? Does that matter? I have no clue. Judge Courtney, there is a contradiction in your testimony. I cannot authorize this statement. Nope. That is wrong. Alright, that's wrong. There's no need to investigate any further. I can't allow this case down here. There's still... Oh, this is a tough one. I don't know what to show her. I know, but no, I have to... Yes, I accept the hint, Tylenose. I believe the true culprit was Master Curie. She attempted to murder Mr. Gustavia. In order to pin the blame on him, we already have ample evidence. There is no need to investigate further. No, there is. I just don't know what to present here. I don't know. It's not 2 bagels. Although I could go for a bagel. I'm stressed, and I could go for eating a bagel. The recipe, but I don't know. You're just gonna say, I have no bagels, but if somebody wants to buy me bagels so I can stress eat, knock yourself out. I'm not sure. This one is vague at best. Unless I'm really dumb. I don't have anything. No, Tylenose, you're fine, you're fine. This one, I don't like the way I personally don't like the way this one is worded. Because, okay, so I gotta pick something that's like, so something we haven't figured out yet. And I can't... And I don't know. This was the only thing I could think of, and it's not right. Because I was like, oh, it's the incident file. Okay, we didn't figure everything out. So I thought it was that. So it's not the pamphlet. We already figured out the Winter Palace photo, the gas burner, the cloth, which again was used in the Pisces sculpture, the sketch. No, that's what I'm thinking of, because did we figure out the Fatalium and the Normalium? Did we? I thought we did. Maybe I'm wrong. We know that Catherine has the book. Didn't we talk about this earlier and figured it out with the frame finger marks, the rock salt lamp? The only thing I can think of here, isn't one of the kids missing? Or am I crazy? That's what I felt like. That is not Amaterasu. I have no clue what this amalgamation of people is. I don't... Why would it be the teapot? We already talked about that. The sketch. I felt like we talked about the chocolates? I don't think that's gonna come back up. Liquid analysis, we already talked about that. Statute of limitations. I don't know. I'm gonna start clicking on things that I'm just not 100% sure. We already talked about that. We already talked about that. Didn't we? I don't remember if we talked about the gas burner. Okay, so no, it's not the gas burner. There is no Wumbo option. I'm just gonna guess Tylenos. If it gets too bad, I'll ask for the answer. I'm just throwing things out there now that I'm not 100% sure. We already talked about that. That was in the Pisces thing, the sketch. Did we figure out with Normalium and Fatalium? No? Judge Courtney, I'm afraid I cannot accept it. I do not believe it has relation to the testimony. It's not that. Looks like Tomb Raider Amaterasu. Oh my gosh. Laura Croft meets Amaterasu. We already know Catherine has the book. Didn't we already talk about that? Yeah, no, okay, it's not this one. Man, this is just eating my health. There's no need to investigate any further. So the rock salt lamp, we already discussed that. That was way before in the flashback. Does it have to do with the kids? It does not have to do with the kids. Wow, this hurts. So not the photo. We already discussed the teapot, the sketch. We already discussed all this. What's left? The chocolate and the liquid analysis? Is it the liquid analysis? Oh my god. Oh, explanation please. How is it this? There is still one piece of evidence from the IS-7 incident that remains unsettled. Take a look at this. This is the forensic results from the Gemini sculpture that melted in the Winter Palace. According to the results of the analysis, traces of someone's blood were found. Who does this blood belong to? Until we know the answer, the case is still open. There was blood mixed in with the remains of the Gemini sculpture. I heard nothing of this from Sebastian. This was a report from Detective Gumshoe. I had planned to tell Mr. DeBest myself. So even though you had no investigative authority, you still did as you please. I shall report everything that transpired today to the PIC. I will not avert my eyes from the truth, nor shall I overlook the mistakes of the past. If you wish to report my actions to the PIC, be my guest. But in exchange, I want you to let me investigate this case to the very end. It is not my place to decide such things. I must ask that you check with Sebastian regarding this matter. Why? It's not like he's gonna be of any help. Hey, good news, you guys! Oh, what's
Good news, everyone.
I want to know what it is. Thanks to our early detection, Mr. Gustavia's life was saved. Mr. Gustavia? So, he's alive. Would you be the ones who saved my life? Hey, Mr. Gustavia. You are. Sir Assistant, are you not? You've grown so big this time. This one is your assistant, then? No, I'm... He's an assistant candidate, and Gregory Edgeworth's son. I am Miles Edgeworth, a prosecutor. What a twist of fate. I am in your debt. It is thanks to you that I have completely recovered. There's no need for thanks. Since you're alive, we can reach the truth behind the incident 18 years ago. What do you speak of? While you were unconscious, the truth has started to come to light. You may be Isaac Dova's murderer. What? Really? Miss Hall was looking for the criminal behind the events of 18 years ago. That's why she set up the poison gas in the Pisces case. Mr. Gustavia, the events of the incident 18 years ago, tell us what really happened. So you wish to remain silent? Nah, I think he's just meditating. He can sleep standing up? What a useful skill to have! Yes, he's like a horse. Meditation is different from... Please don't neigh, JT. From sleeping, though. Mr. Gustavia, please tell us what you did 18 years ago. I'm the criminal because I fell for the trap. That's not a very funny joke. I'm a victim, not a culprit. Mr. Gustavia, it has not yet been made clear whether or not you are the criminal. This is only their baseless speculation. Do not concern yourself with the drivel of a prosecutor without jurisdiction. At least there is one person here who understands. It has no idea who Ami is, or really enough, I can't figure out Okami when given. Yeah, I don't think... Dolly isn't really that... Like, I feel like you gotta be really lucky to get Dolly to actually, you know, work properly, to be honest. As a new character in Genshin Impact, I hate how, like, the further down it goes, it turns more and more into actual Genshin Impact art. Okay, that's kind of great. Imagine getting knocked out by poison gas and waking up immediately getting accused for murder 18 years ago. I'd probably be like, alright, I'm just going back to sleep until I'm not being blamed for murder. My name is Justine Courtney. I am a judge. If you would like, I would be happy to assist you. Let us show Prosecutor Edgeworth the truth of 18 years ago. Understood. I shall prove my innocence to you, Sir Prosecutor. Judge Courtney, is that your answer? Do you intend to bury the truth of the IS-7 incident before it can be brought to light? I merely believe in the judgments of the Goddess of Law. Ultimately, those who render judgment are only human. As long as humans control the law, there is no guarantee that every verdict is correct. If you are going to help conceal the truth, I will not hold back. I'm looking forward to it. Lady Justine, what should I do now? You are being suspected because you set off the poison gas. Can you tell us the reason? Why you opened the Pisces case? Understood. I came to see Sir Dover's works from 18 years ago. However, I accidentally entered the museum a half hour before it opened. Miss Hall, there was nobody at the entrance, correct? Since I thought the criminal from 18 years ago might be coming, I had no security guards in place. I didn't even lock the doors. I was very busy with opening preparations, so there was nobody on the first floor. In addition, I locked every palace door aside from the autumn one. I see. This must have been done in order to lure the criminal to the Autumn Palace, which is why he ended up entering the Autumn Palace. It's already suspicious he snuck into the museum in the first place. The gallery should remain silent. Unless you have evidence that can prove his testimony false, I will not allow any objections. Gallery? This isn't even a courtroom! Now then, why did you open the Pisces case? I wish to view Sir Dover's handiwork up close. The Gemini sculpture. No, it was actually the Pisces, wasn't it? The lid had been frozen shut, so I borrowed a burner. Oh, we have the burner to open it. But as soon as I opened the lid, poison gas began pouring out. That's quite a convenient testimony. Oh, it knows it if you specify it. Oh, okay. I've never tried. I will admit the only thing I've ever tried is like Jurassic Park memes. And they were never great looking. It sounds like a total lie, doesn't it? Oh, wait. There are parts of Mr. Gustavia's testimony that I have issues with as well. Oh wait, did I accident? That was me. Whoops. However, there is no evidence to disprove it. But that's... Would it not make sense for suspicion to fall on Lady Catherine before myself? She may have intended to release the poison gas haphazardly. Kate turned on the sprinklers as soon as the gas was released. She was specifically targeting the person who triggered the trap. Mr. Gustavia, you were her only target. You are willing to accept the words of this criminal as truth? Miss Hall must atone for her crimes. However, the same can be said for the criminal from 18 years ago. Sir Prosecutor, it seems you wish to suspect me to the bitter end. However, I had no reason to murder Sir Dover. If there is no evidence to suggest that I killed him, you cannot suspect me. Mr. Edgeworth, can't you prove that Mr. Gustavia is the criminal? All we know for sure is that Mr. Gustavia fell victim to the poison gas. No matter how strange his behavior was, it won't prove he committed the murder. But that's... Mr. Shields, is there nothing we can do? Well, if there isn't any evidence, we should try reorganizing the facts. If Mr. Gustavia was the one who killed Mr. Dover, there must have been a motive. Motive? Mr. Gustavia himself is denying that such a motive exists. Not easy to take another person's life. 18 years ago, your old man also discussed motive with Prosecutor Von Karma. Oh, let me take a look. Oh, The Legend of Zelda Genshin. I would I mean, heck, if they added Zelda characters, I would actually be really happy. Just because they did that Horizon crossover. We couldn't talk, not that I think Nintendo would do it, but I'd be happy. We couldn't talk with Mr. Gustavia 18 years ago, but this time things are different. If we connect everything we've learned so far, the truth might be revealed. Yes, I suppose so. It seems I must re-examine the information from 18 years ago. I must recall all the details that have remained unexplained. So, the gloved finger marks on the picture frame was your doing. Okay, now I remember. Delicia denied leaving the finger marks on the frame. If they were left by Mr. Gustavia, he may have been trying to view the angel's recipe. Monsieur Master asked me to change the film in the camera. It seemed the film he prepared in advance wasn't enough. There wasn't enough film. It seems the number of photos he took didn't match up with the amount of film remaining. Well, he told me himself it might have been just a mistake, though. Nah, Link's got immunity. The information my father collected 18 years ago was certainly not for naught. If there is no evidence, then I shall use logic to reveal the truth. Oh, okay, so, motive for murder, partnership turned sour, angel's recipe is goal, remaining film. So, I think the motive for murder is definitely gonna go with the partnership turned sour. That makes the most sense to me. Mr. Gustavia, you collaborated with the victim, Isaac Dover, to create your desserts, didn't you? Oh, it seems you know about my secret. Mr. Shields told me about it. Mr. Dover handled the design while you were in charge of the taste, is that correct? Back then, my training had been insufficient. It seems you worked together through the semi-finals, but not during the finals. Why is that? We both wish to compete in the finals against Sir Master on our own merit.
Objection!
You must have also helped with Isaac Dover's dessert, even during the finals. What makes you able to declare something like that? Didn't you tell Prosecutor Von Karma about it yourself 18 years ago? That you cooperated until the day before the finals? Sour Patch Kids. Listen, I could go for some Sour Patch Kids. Not that my taste buds really appreciate the actual punch to it, but I do like them. It's a love-hate relationship with my taste buds that's like super hard to explain, to be honest. Hydrate. Why did Isaac Dover not help you in return? If there is a reason why your partnership with Isaac Dover broke down, that would be a motive for murder. Ah. That could be a possibility. However, Sir Dover and I ended our partnership peacefully. A peaceful breakup? That's hard to imagine. Not to mention, it's absurd to think that I killed Sir Dover in Mr. Master's room. I couldn't have killed Sir Dover while Sir Master was also there making his desserts. In other words, there is no way I could have committed the murder. I will definitely say Sour Patch Kids are a higher tier than Milk Duds. I will say that. That's not true. If there was a moment when Mr. Master was absent from the room, I could prove that it was possible for Mr. Gustavia to commit the murder. Okay, remaining film was Angel's Recipe is Goal. Timing of Dover's murder. I think it's gonna be the remaining film with the is it? Because could have taken a picture of it. I'm thinking. I want the cereal again. It was so dang weird. I never tried the cereal, and I wish I did, because now I can't, but I'm really curious. If he had photographed the contents of the Angel's Recipe, he wouldn't need to steal it. Perhaps Mr. Gustavia used Mr. Master's camera to take the pictures. If he had stolen the actual recipe book, the police would have found out. I see. Pictures, eh? The problem is the time at which he entered Mr. Master's room. Mr. Gustavia could have moved around freely during the afternoon tea, right? Because it seems both him and Mr. Dover did not participate in the afternoon tea. If I remember correctly, the only time we can prove that Dover was still alive is... Sour Patch Dudes. No! There's a Sour Patch Kids flavored energy drink? Is this a recent thing, or did this used to be a thing? 'Cause I've never heard about it before. I'm wondering how sour it is compared to the actual candy. After the contest began, Isaac Dover was locked up in his room. If we assume he was killed at some point before Delicia snuck into his room, then there is a high chance that he was killed before the afternoon tea was over. So these are the only two left, so it has to be. So when does Okami drink? Never. The answer is never. The only thing I can think of for either a charity thing or a sub-goal thing or whatever is the next thing I'm drinking is just gonna be the miso flavored G Fuel, and keep in mind that's only if we have any left in the tub, because I'm not drinking it.
If we have any left.
If we have any left, yes, because I'm not drinking it. Isaac, what?
There's 40 servings.
I don't know how much you've been drinking the miso ramen.
We've used 2.
Oh, well, I don't know. You said you liked it.
I said I liked it. It's not that I drink it every day.
Bloodborne, Genshin Impact. I don't know what G Fuel you're drinking every day.
I leave it out.
That actually looks really good, not gonna lie. Isaac Dover was alive up until the afternoon tea began. Ergo, that is the only time when Gustavia could have killed Dover. Okay. Partly because a full caffeine coffee or tea will keep me awake for almost 2 days. Oh no, same, Chris. I have that issue too. No, I'm never drinking that though, because, I don't feel like subjecting my taste buds nor my stomach to atrocities. Prosecutor Edgeworth, are you satisfied? Sorry, but I am far from satisfied. Brother saw a Starburst flavored energy drink. I have not seen that either, I will fully admit, and I'm nowhere near Maine to go check. Oh, the Warheads one, Warheads is, I can't eat Warheads. Like, I could eat Sour Patch Kids, I can't eat Warheads. Because I am finally starting to see the truth behind this case. Are you saying you have found some evidence to show us the truth? No, there is no need to present any evidence. Since we can have Mr. Gustavia tell us the truth. So this is where you use that, right? Indeed. Mr. Gustavia, there is one thing I want you to tell me. I said, Mr. Gustavia, there is one thing I want you to tell me. What is it? During the finals of the contest, you made your desserts on your own. I wanted to compete for the title of the world's greatest pastry chef on my own merit.
Objection!
If that was truly the case, you would have competed on your own merits from the start. I want you to tell me why it was necessary for you to cooperate with Isaac Dover. Oh, I was gonna say, did I pause? No, okay. Oh, it's chess. Okay, during the contest 18 years ago, Mr. Gustavia collaborated with Mr. Dover. I wonder what made them decide to cooperate in the first place. That's what I need to draw out from him, but... Oh, that's a lot of pieces. Okay, wasn't expecting. Ghost Sour Patch Blue Raspberry. It's blue raspberry, so I mean, depending on the amount of sugar in it, I'd be willing to try it. It seems he pretends to meditate when things aren't going his way. First, I'll ask about why he collaborated with Mr. Dover. The truth has been hidden for 18 years. That ends today. Why did you collaborate? Why did you decide to collaborate with Isaac Dover? Sir Dover and I were already acquaintances even before the contest began. Since he was interested in the contest, we simply decided to enter it together. Joining forces with the sculptor, you weren't confident in your own abilities? You know nothing about me. We wanted to make great works together. I don't know. He's being a little hostile. I'm gonna wait. Sir Dover's son and my own attended the same elementary school. We all got along well from the start. Really? So were you going to share the title of World's Greatest Pastry Chef together? Wake up, Wings. I mean, he was quiet. He didn't fight me there. Wake up. As expected, he pretends to meditate when things aren't going his way. Mr. Dover was a sculptor. I doubt he had any interest in the title of the world's greatest pastry chef. In that case, where did his true goal lie? Indeed, my goal was the title of the world's greatest pastry chef. However, Sir Dover's goal was the grand prize, the angel's recipe. I see, you cooperated because your interests were aligned. But there must have been a reason why your partnership soured. Sir Prosecutor, I am the victim of a poisoning. If you're going to suspect me in this manner, perhaps I'd better return to the infirmary. Wait a moment. In that case, you should end things soon. I am not a patient man. It seems he's trying to leave. I can't let that happen. He's still hiding something. Next, I should ask him about his true goal. Okay. I need to keep the pressure on him while being cautious of the time. Did you want to appear on Piece of Cake? Did you have another goal besides the title? I don't think the first one really matters as much. Didn't you have another goal besides the title? The title alone doesn't seem to have much value. How dare the likes of you insult the title of a confectionery artist? My only goal was the title itself. I had no interest in anything else. My dream was to become the world's greatest pastry chef. It would be impossible with your skills. Wait and see. I'm gonna wait and see. I'm not gonna just insult him. 18 years ago, I was lacking in design sense. However, things are different now. Oh, are you saying you have improved at your craft? Oh, on a note about, I found a place that attempted to remake Altoid Sours. I just ordered them and I'm beyond excited. I've been craving them for years. I've never tried, but let me know how they turn out. I hope they turn out I hope they turn out for you as excited as you sound, Chris. Exactly, for I have trained at the Republic of Zencha. It filters, I'm not gonna insult him. Yes, at the time I also studied Mr. Master's works. I would often watch his show with my son. So you were studying Mr. Master's work to improve your own skills. If you had his recipes, perhaps it would have been easier for you to become the world's greatest. Perhaps. To a pastry chef, Sir Master's recipes were worth their weight in gold. You were interested in his See? That is interesting to me. If becoming the world's greatest pastry chef was your goal, you should have also been interested in the grand prize, the angel's recipe. Okay, 2 down, 2 to go. The recipes of the world's greatest pastry chef. I would be lying if I said that I wasn't interested. However, I wouldn't think that simply being interested would be a problem. I wonder about that. The angel's recipe's true nature was not for making desserts, but cures. And all of the contest participants should have been aware of that. Looks like I'm getting close. He isn't meditating anymore. Now to slowly but surely drive him into a corner. They were your favorite candy like 10 years ago? I don't think my taste in candy has honestly changed that much over the years. If you still ask me, like, what my favorite candies are, I think my answers are still going to be the same, like Hershey's Kisses and, I would say Reese's is A tier, just because I have to be in the mood for it. I would say, like, Hershey's, like, just chocolate and milk chocolate in general. Did you know the recipe book's value? Did you intend to make desserts with it? Did you... I'm gonna say, did you know the recipe book's value? The angel's recipe. Did you know its true value? Silly question, it could change Sir Master's best desserts. Any pastry chef worth their salt would want it. It seems I don't have enough clues to proceed with this line of questioning. Maybe I should try another line of attack. Did you intend to make desserts with it? That's what I want to know. Of course, if I obtained the angel's recipe, I was going to use it in my training. I hear the angel's recipe was worth a lot of money. I don't know the exact details, but that recipe book was much too valuable to be sold. You seem to know a lot about the book. I think I can say it. You seem to know quite a lot about the angel's recipe. Avocado is not S+ tier. I will say that. It was explained to all the contest participants at the beginning of the contest. In that case, you must know about the recipe book's true nature. That it was not a recipe book for desserts at all. No, I would say my tastes have changed. I'm not as picky as I once was as a kid. Impressive, Sir Prosecutor, so you know the true nature of the angel's recipe. The angel's recipe, some have called it the ultimate recipe book. It contained formulas for new medicines that were not yet on the market. He knew the recipes were actually formulas for new medicines. This could be a useful clue. So now I think I can go with this line of attack. So I'm gonna fast forward this. Looks like that clue will come in handy. You know what the recipes actually are. You may have studied design in Zencha. However, your skills in line could use more work. You just said earlier that the angel's recipe contained formulas for medicines. You weren't interested in desserts. You wanted the medicine formulas. You wanted to become a pharmacist. Did you need new medicine? Wait and see. Did you need... I don't think he wanted to be a pharmacist. He wanted to be the world's pastry chef. It has to be this one? Now, why would a pastry chef such as yourself be so interested in medicine? Perhaps what you were really after was the information about the new medicine. I've underestimated you, Sir Prosecutor. Yes. My goal was more than just the title of the world's greatest pastry chef. At the time my son was ill, I needed the recipe for the medicine. Your son was ill? Tell me more about that. To protect my son's honor, I can say no more. Judging by the worried look on his face, I must have struck a nerve. Next, I need him to tell me more about his son's illness. Okay, we got that back. This is it. This will be my final move of the game. What was the name of the illness? What was your son like? Did the rest of people... What was your son like? What kind of person was your son? Ah, my boy, he loved the desserts I made. Did you enter the contest solely for your son? Sir Prosecutor, you could never understand the feelings a father has for his son. I wanted nothing more than to cure my boy's illness. I doubt that. Wait and see. I'm gonna wait and see. Until the semifinals, my son would always drop by the contest venue to play. Is that so? Wouldn't he get in your way? I doubt you had time to care for your son while you were challenging Mr. Master. That may be so, but I wanted to grant my son's wish. He said he always wanted to be the first to eat my desserts. Your son sounds pretty healthy to me. I'm not gonna... I don't know. I feel like this is rude for me to say, but... About your son, if he was so sick, wouldn't it be difficult for him to come play with you? Okay, that was right. My son's illness, it wasn't life-threatening. That might serve as a clue. What was the name? Did the recipe book have the only cure? I'm gonna ask about the book. Did the angel's recipe have the only cure? Yes, though the medicine is being sold everywhere now. At the time, the recipe book was my one and only option. That's why I continued making my desserts without joining the others for tea time. So you weren't interested in what Mr. Master was making. You sure seemed confident in your chances of winning. I couldn't be bothered to pay attention to the other contestants' desserts. I'm gonna ask, you had interest. You just said earlier that you studied Mr. Master's works. In addition, if your goal was to win the contest in order to get the medicine formula, you must have been curious about the other contestants' entries as well. There was time to sample the other desserts during the contest, but none of their entries had any flavor, so I didn't want to eat any of it. I suspect I may have been a bit nervous as well. So everything he ate tasted flavorless. This could be useful. This is the only thing I've left to ask. What was the name of your son's illness? Sir Prosecutor, how insensitive of you. My son was seriously ill. I will not be discussing this with the likes of you. Looks like that clue will come in here. I have it. You told me your son's illness was not life-threatening. Is there really a need to be so secretive about it? It was enough to keep him from living a normal life. That must have been difficult for your son. Wow. I tried everything I could to cure his illness. It wasn't fair for the poor boy. He could never taste the desserts he loved so much. Was it a taste disorder? Was it a taste disorder? I'm thinking that's what it is. The angel's recipe contains a cure for a certain illness, a remedy that could also cure Mr. Master's taste disorder. I forgot that he had that. That got brought up earlier. He had it too? I see. So your son suffers from a taste disorder. I didn't think you'd figure it out so quickly. Yeah, that second comment was really mean. What the heck? In order to cure your son's taste disorder, you needed the recipe book. Wasn't that your true goal? It is as you say. Based on how he's acted up until now, it appears he is still hiding something. Looks like that clue will come in handy. Didn't you also have the illness? Being unable to taste anything regardless of what you eat. Such a bitter illness. That reminds me, didn't you say something similar earlier? None of the entries had any flavors, so I didn't feel like eating any of it, wasn't it? Perhaps your son wasn't the only one who suffered from a taste disorder. It's hard to imagine being a successful pastry chef without a sense of taste. Perhaps what you really wanted was to cure yourself. That's completely ludicrous! 18 years ago, I made those desserts all by myself. You must have worked hard then, didn't you collaborate with Mr. Dover? Yeah, we were going back around to that. Oh, we almost ran out of time. It seems you've caught yourself in a contradiction. Didn't you cooperate with Isaac Dover in the contest? You can hardly say you made the desserts all by yourself. Okay, we're good. You must take great pride in your abilities as a pastry chef, but to betray your pride and cooperate with another contestant, you did it all to cure your own disease. Well done, Sir Prosecutor. It's as you say, the one with the taste disorder is not my son. It is I. No one knew. I've kept it a secret for 18 years. It doesn't matter how long a secret is kept. If you lie before me, I will expose it. Dane Gustavia and Isaac Dover were both trying to obtain the recipes for the new medicines. Gustavia to cure his condition, and Dover most likely to sell the recipe book for money. For this reason, they entered the contest as a collaborative effort. And with that, checkmate. Oh, I got all that health back. Woohoo! I have never told this to anyone. Well done. As you say, I developed a taste disorder 18 years ago. Taste disorder? It was a severe disorder. I was unable to discern any flavor at all. It's the one illness a pastry chef dreads above all. Those symptoms sound a bit different from Mr. Master's taste disorder. Mr. Master's condition is known as hypoglycemia. It simply causes a decreased sensitivity to certain specific flavors. I'm sure it has caused Sir Master much pain too. After all, no medication was available to cure it 18 years ago. In order to cure your taste disorder, you would need Mr. Master's Angel's recipe. And that's why you entered the contest, am I correct? That was one of my goals, but I still had my sights set on the title of World's Greatest. When it comes to making desserts, I won't lose to anyone. Even without the ability to taste. Bless you, cat! I still have the utmost confidence in my flavors. Oh, so I presume you also prepared your dessert in the finals with the intent to win? That goes without saying. According to what Mr. Shields told us earlier, the evaluation of Mr. Gustavia's entry was... I think that was a Miss Luna sneeze. I'm like looking around to see which cats were in here. I'm pretty sure it was Luna. It seems the dessert you made for the finals was not rated highly in regards to flavor. Mr. Gustavia, you will tell us about how you made your dessert during the finals. Very well. It seems I must teach you upstarts a lesson. Sir Dover and I cooperated until the finals. I handled the flavor, he was in charge of the design. However, for the finals, I wanted to challenge Sir Master with my own skills. I helped Sir Dover make his entry, but I made mine completely on my own. If the flavor of my entry wasn't good enough, my own lack of training was to blame. How about that, Sir Prosecutor? This is the truth of 18 years ago. I can't find any contradictions in his testimony. Well, of course he isn't going to fess up that easily. This guy's been on the run for 18 years, after all. Guess we'll just have to keep on pressing him until he breaks. Yes. Chocolate eclairs stuffed with anchovies. Ugh! Disgusting! Sir Dover and I cooperated, okay. However, for the finals, I wanted to challenge Sir Master with my own skills. I helped Sir Dover make his entry, but I made mine completely on my own. If the flavor of my entry wasn't good enough, my own lack of training was to blame. I'm gonna ask about that. Up until the finals, I heard that you received high praise for the flavor of your desserts. Like, how else did he get that far? Was there some sort of accident during the finals? Nothing of the sort. I simply wasn't able to taste my work due to my taste disorder. My intuition must have been off, that's all. Then, was your intuition fine while making Mr. Dover's entry? How could there be such a huge difference between the finals and the previous day? We're not getting anywhere at this rate. Should I change the topic? Ask about the semifinals, ask about Mr. Dover, don't change the topic. I don't know, the semifinal? I'm gonna guess that, or otherwise I'm gonna go with the next one. So you're sure there wasn't anything different between the semifinals and the finals? Yes, that's right. Aside from not cooperating with Sir Dover, the finals weren't much different from the semifinals. I know this is the statement, but what the heck do I... What the heck? I misread that as eclair stuffed with avocados, which works too. Oh no! Oh no! Twin, why? So I can see this is going to be another one that's going to stump me, no doubt about it. Well, this one's really gonna stump me. When did you... I just thought of something. When did you guys... But Gustavi during this, and Gustavia's son always came for a visit. Oh, so wait, if Gustavia's son was always coming up for a visit... Up until the finals... That was different. His son wasn't coming. Oh, this might be it then.
Objection!
There was another difference between the semifinals and finals. This photo depicts your son. We know he came to visit you up until the finals. That is correct. What does that have to do with anything? Your son, who always came to see you through the semifinals, was not present for the finals. And then it was only in the finals that your flavor judged poorly. I don't believe this to be a mere coincidence. Your son's visits must have been very important to you, were they not? A father can work miracles when his son is watching. With my son cheering me on, I was able to make the most delicious desserts. Mr. Gustavia sure sounds like a good father, doesn't he? If what he's saying is the whole truth, one could say so. But just hearing his son's cheers wouldn't be enough to change the taste of his desserts. A confectioner, confident in his sense of taste, develops a taste disorder. It would have been difficult for him to maintain the taste of his desserts. Your son came to cheer you on. Was that really all he did? You seem very doubtful, Sir Prosecutor. In that case, I'll turn this around and ask you, what else could my elementary school son have done? He tasted your desserts to tell you. I'm sure your elementary school son would have remembered the taste of your desserts. I had a feeling that was the case. Of course, my son always loved my desserts. In that case, he would have been able to taste test your desserts in your place. What did you say? Earlier, you told us that you have a taste disorder. Oh, wait, hold on. Good time for a sip. Okay, I'm almost out of water. No one else knew about your taste disorder. If Mr. Dover had found out, he would have ended your partnership. After all, you were in charge of the flavor. Oh, man. Your son didn't just cheer you on. He also helped you determine if your desserts tasted correct. A sip of milk? I mean, I'm kind of tempted to have some chocolate milk. I see. Mr. Dover's dessert was made the day before, so it still tasted good. What you are saying is quite amusing, Sir Prosecutor. You say that my elementary school son assisted me as a taste tester? You are insulting my pride. Your pride? It's true I had no sense of design 18 years ago. However, I won't lose to anyone when it comes to flavor. You claim I would cast aside my pride and rely on my son? Don't get carried away with your foolish conjecture, you upstart. In that case, I'm sure your son can confirm if my theory is mere conjecture. Unfortunately for you, I no longer have a son. What? After my taste disorder was cured, I went to train in Zencha immediately. During that time, I severed all ties with my son. What? Don't tell me. You would even abandon your own son. That's not all. Even today, the whereabouts of his son are still unknown. The police have been searching, but they haven't been able to find any traces of him. You wish to confirm your theory? I welcome you to try. Desserts are the only things that are important to me. After regaining my sense of taste, my son no longer mattered. Oh my god, you were terrible! Order in the court. Mr. Gustavia's actions are certainly inhumane. However, we are not here to judge whether or not he is a good father. Prosecutor Edgeworth, I believe this is your loss. After all, there is no evidence left from 18 years ago that could prove your theories. Mr. Edgeworth, is there nothing we can do? At this rate, we'll never find out the truth. Detective Gumshoe, where are those results? He's gonna come in last minute, knowing Gumshoe. Yeah, well, this went from WTF to much worse in a hurry. This really did. I entrusted Detective Gumshoe with the last piece of evidence. If only I knew who that blood belonged to. Miles, there's still one thing that's bothering Uncle Ray. Was Mr. Gustavia's only reason for coming to the art gallery to check on the body? If he only wanted to confirm the body's presence, he wouldn't have needed to open the case. That's right. Is there a way we can prove this? There is one way. We just need that evidence from Detective Gumshoe. Prosecutor Edgeworth, what are you talking about? Mr. Edgeworth, sorry to keep you waiting. I knew he was gonna come in last minute. Just the person I was talking about. I don't know. Stream chatbot's been a little, I noticed it's been a little screwy tonight. I see, I had a feeling you've noticed it too, Twin. I've noticed it. Technically, it's only not supposed to show, you know, bad, no filter stuff, but it's been a little screwy tonight. Detective Gumshoe, I trust you have the test results. Let me steal her gavel and smash his face in. Oh, don't worry, you do that and I'll kick him. Of course, sir. I just got the report back from the lab. Detective, please be silent. So this is the evidence that Prosecutor Edgeworth was talking about. Huh? Hey, what's this? This is the first I've heard of it. This was a request from me. I asked him to investigate a certain piece of evidence. Why is everyone always helping you out? I'm the one in charge of the crime scene. Mr. DeBest, I apologize for taking matters into my own hands, but how about we hear his report first? Sure. Detective Gumshoe, what were the results? Here's the report, sir. The traces of blood found in the Gemini sculpture belong to the victim of the poison gas, Dame Gustavia. What are you saying? Good work, Detective Gumshoe. As I thought, my theory was correct. Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean? We too would like an explanation. What on earth does this blood prove? I think his middle name is Cavalry. He literally always is, and I love him for it. This blood is something the culprit of the IO7 incident tried to conceal. It can't be. This blood was found inside the glass case of the Gemini sculpture. In other words, your blood was found alongside Mr. Dover's body. Whoa! Why would Mr. Gustavia's blood be in a place like that? If you would intend to remain silent, then I'll reveal the truth myself. In the Gemini case, aside from the blood, we also found traces of salt and sugar. Salt and blood. And only one of Mr. Dover's sherbet desserts tasted salty. Come to think of it, I remember Miss Delicious saying the same thing 18 years ago. Oh, hold on, sip time. Thank you for the salt Tylenotes, I appreciate it. Oh my goodness gracious. Tylenotes, by the way, are we near the end? Exactly. For some reason, salt had been mixed into the lyre. No other traces of salt were found in Dover's room. In that case, please explain. Where did the salt detected in the lyre come from? Oh! I have it! We have the rock salt! There it is, I just passed it.
Take that!
Okay, because I'm trying to figure out if we should finish it, or is there a good save point coming up? This is the rock salt lamp used as the murder weapon in the IS-7 incident. I believe part of this rock salt lamp was mixed in with the sherbet from the lyre. At the time of the murder, there were 2 rock salt lamps in Mr. Master's room. One of those lamps took Mr. Dover's life. We know that Mr. Dover's blood was left behind on the murderous lamp, however. There were no traces of anyone's blood found at the crime scene, Mr. Master's room. Because the killer disposed all of the desserts with traces of blood into the streams of water, right? No other traces of salt were found in Mr. Dover's room. Speaking of which, weren't the 2 rock salt lamps found in Miss Delicious's room also broken? It looks... oh yeah, there are no more actual breaks left. Okay, so I'm questioning if we should end it in like 15 minutes, or do we like power through the end? We never did figure out why the other rock salt lamp was broken. Maybe Mr. Gustavia's blood was on the other lamp. If your blood was found on the lamps at the crime scene, you would have been suspected. As the culprit, you would have needed to conceal all traces of your blood from the police. Don't tell me he concealed it in the sherbet lyre. Exactly. The rock salt lamp and his blood were mixed into the sherbet lyre and hidden inside the glass case. Unlike the fountain's water, the sherbet desserts would not be analyzed right away. Perhaps he had planned to dispose of the sherbet when the opportunity presented itself. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've been feeling really stressed for like the past hour or two, so that's why I'm questioning if we want to power through it or not. The reason Mr. Gustavia came to this gallery 18 years ago, the body and the evidence pointing to the killer were both stolen. Even the killer could not have anticipated that. There was no way of knowing when the body and the evidence would be discovered. So he planned to destroy the evidence before the Zodiac Art Gallery's grand opening. Dane Gustavia, isn't it about time you confessed? You are the true culprit of the IS-7 incident. Monsieur Gustavia, you're the reason Monsieur Master is... Mr. Gustavia? Could it be? After all this time, my crime is finally brought to light. The prosecutors and defense attorneys 18 years ago never even came close. Bravo! Well done, Sir Prosecutor. So you admit that you killed Mr. Dover? It is true, I killed Isaac Dover. But he had only himself to blame. What do you mean? Dover and I worked together in order to win the contest. No matter who won, we agreed that we'd share the angel's recipe. But on the day of the finals, he stabbed me in the back. Sir Dover, this isn't what we agreed to. I'm sorry, Gustavia, the deal is off. But I made your desserts for you. I'm the reason you got this far. And what of it? Can you prove that you assisted me in any way? Dover, you were planning to betray me all along. They betrayed me. I am fed up with this world, and I don't care anymore. You are getting me a paw, Dover! Because of Dover's treachery, I was forced to make my finals entry on my own. Oh, hi, Miles! How's your life with Phoenix? It's just as the prosecutor said. My son assisted me every day until the finals. What about your pride as a confectionery artist? A proud chef loses the ability to taste his own creations. That's a feeling an upstart like you would never understand. Mastering the art of dessert making is my reason for being. It is my one and only pride. Committing murder for the sake of pride, that's another feeling I will never understand. To say nothing of abandoning your own son. Such a thought disgusts me. Before you judge me, first understand what happened 18 years ago. On the day of the finals, my son never came to assist me. Thinking back on it now, I suppose Dover had a hand in that as well. Huh? What exactly happened to your son? I do not know, but it no longer matters. Ever since that day, my son meant nothing to me. Wow, you weren't even concerned that something bad could have happened to your son? It was all about you, wasn't it? From what I hear, he's still missing. That's awful, giving up on him like that. Without your son, you had no chance of winning, correct? Yes, and since I was guaranteed to lose, I needed a failsafe. During the afternoon tea time, I made my way to Sir Master's room. Yeah, I agree. He's pretty shit. I just needed to take a photo of the cure to my taste disorder. It would have all worked out. If only Dover hadn't interfered. Ah, Gustavia, trying to steal a picture of my prize, are you? That hardly seems sporting. You? Cure for taste disorders? Oh, you have a taste disorder, don't you? This is Rich, a pastry chef who can't taste. Dover, you? Puny worm, you are in no position to oppose me. Why you? When I attempted to hit Dover, he struck me and sent me flying. I crashed into one of the rock salt lamps, and that was when my blood stained it. So Mr. Dover wasn't the first one to be injured. To conceal my blood, I shaved away part of the rock salt lamp and mixed it into the sherbet. After that, it became a part of the liar sculpture. That's how you try to erase your traces from the crime scene. Dover tried to blackmail me by using his knowledge of my taste disorder. If I didn't want it to become public, I was to pay him a large sum. So that's the reason why you killed Isaac Dover. Exactly. What reason do I have to let those who obstruct me live? He was the one who drew first blood. I simply gave him his just deserts. So that was his motive. I carried the rock salt lamp that bore my blood into Dover's room. Then I came up with a hiding place where it would not be easily found. I get it. That room contained plenty of tools for sculpting sherbet. Your deduction is spot on, Sir Attorney. It was the ideal place to shave away the rock salt. I then proceeded to coat the surface of the sherbet liar with vast amounts of the salty mixture. But why? Why did you try to pin the crime on Monsieur Master? He is. He's a hot dumpster fire. You are wrong to blame me for that, Lady Catherine. It is not your unnecessary meddling. If not for your unnecessary meddling, Sir Master would never have been a suspect. Oh, so now you're gonna gaslight her. Okay. I mean, you know, we know it's true, but like, you're kind of the bigger piece of garbage right now. Why do you think I hid the murder weapon and fluorescent cloth in Lady Delicia's room? You know, at least she has remorse. I mean, it doesn't make right what she did, but she has clear remorse. You have absolutely none. There is only one reason why you'd place a murder weapon in someone else's room. You wanted to pin the crime on Delicia. Me? Yes, that is correct. Gusty, why? Why me? As one who sought to be the world's best confectioner, I greatly respected Sir Master. It was never my intention to cast suspicion on him, but an insolent woman who dared to sully the contest with fake desserts. I had no problem letting someone like you take the blame for the crime. That makes me sad. If you hadn't snacked on other people's desserts, the body would have never been found. It was when Sir Master would be judging Lady Delicia's room. That's when I finally saw an opportunity to freeze the body, but before I could move the body, Lady Catherine had already discovered it. Why did you need to freeze Monsieur Dover's body? Why indeed? Monsieur Edgeworth, please tell us. Why would Monsieur Gustavia have needed to freeze the body? To create a fake crime scene to throw off the time of death, to disguise it as an ice sculpture. Mr. Gustavia froze the body in order to disguise it as an ice sculpture. Huh? Really? Mr. Edgeworth, Miss Hall looks like she's frozen solid. I'm sorry, it seems I was oh, not that? Oh, wait, I was wrong? Oh, I didn't get penalized for that. Okay. To throw off the time of death to create a fake crime scene. Throw off the time of death, then. Mr. Gustavia intended to freeze the body in order to throw off the time of death. If the time of death had coincided with the tea party, Mr. Gustavia would have been suspected. That is correct. Preparations were necessary to freeze the body while I was preparing in Dover's room. I placed the body in the treasure chest in Sir Master's room. I could think of no better hiding place at the time. But thanks to that gluttonous pharmacist, the lid of the chest broke. But why did you disguise him as an ice sculpture? Once the body was discovered, there would be no time to throw off the time of death. To buy time, you needed to hide it in someplace else. How horrid. How could you hide Monsieur Dover's body within one of his own works? It all would have worked out if the body hadn't been discovered while it was in Sir Master's room. If everything had gone according to plan, Sir Master would never have been arrested. So, because I discovered the body, it's my fault Monsieur Master was gaslighting her. Kate, don't take his words to heart. Even if suspicion hadn't fallen on Mr. Master, Miss Delicious would have taken the fall. No matter who he targeted, the one at fault here was Mr. Gustavia himself. The detective in charge of the initial investigation was also a dunce. To think that he never reported the missing body to the prosecutor. Prosecutor Von Karma indicted Mr. Master without knowing the body had vanished. I see, that would explain why he looked so flustered at the crime scene. Although it's something that would stand out if you read the official documents. Could someone have intentionally distorted the information? At any rate, Von Karma found out about the missing body after he made his indictment. And if he had let one person be acquitted, he'd have a stain on his much-prided perfect record. That's why he concealed the fact that the body was hidden and had Mr. Master declared guilty. What are you saying? For 18 years, that man has taken the blame for your crimes. Don't you feel anything at all? I don't care what you say. What a monster! I'm arresting him right now, right here, right now, sir. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that will be impossible. Statute of limitations. So you figured it out. That's correct. You have no right to sentence me. What? But the culprit is standing right in front of us. 15 years. It's been 18. Why is there a statute of limitations on murder? Allow me to tell you the reason why you can't arrest me. Alrighty, guys. I'm gonna save it right here. This sucks because I know I'm gonna make two save files. I know we're at the end. I know we're right there. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm super stressed right now. And I think I need to go relax for a little bit, otherwise I'm never gonna fall asleep tonight. But thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. We will absolutely finish this case next week. I don't know what I was gonna do tomorrow. Part of me was wondering if I'll do a double Parkosaurus Genshin stream where we'll finish the rest of Tainari's story and then finish up that one campaign map in Parkosaurus and do like a double stream is what I'm thinking. So just so I can cross Parkosaurus off the list until until the DLC. But in the meantime, we can start another game that I have on the list. Maybe I'll start a spooky stream earlier. I don't know. I'm half tempted. I don't know. I think Cooking Companions is on sale right now on Steam. That's a game I've been kind of debating on playing for Spooktober. I don't think, do I have anything straight up on my list actually right now that I wanted to start? Oh, I do have, I also do have Sucker for Love. So there's 2 more stories to that. So we saw the first story in the Dread X collection too. There's 2 more stories in that one. That's only going to take like 1 stream, but there's 2 more stories in that one. That was one I was saving specifically for Spooktober, but I have things open. I might start it early, knowing me. But yeah, that's kind of maybe my plan for tomorrow will be the double stream. So thank you guys so much for stopping by tonight. I am going to see who we can go raid. I am going to go chill. I'm probably gonna make myself some tea or something just to help me relax, probably, knowing me. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. I am going to see really quickly who is live, but if it's your first time here, hi, my name is Okami. I am a member of the Zeldathon team, as well as Minikid and Kirbython. Yeah, and if it's your first time here and you like variety games, we do a lot of that here. So feel free to give a follow on the channel if you feel like coming back and you like to get the notifications when I go live. Yeah, and there's our Discord if you would like to join us for community events. There's my personal Twitter if you just want to see pictures of the guinea pigs and the cats. And then the YouTube channel, like I mentioned earlier, I'm still putting up the past VODs on there on a nice playlist, so feel free to go and follow that. But I think we're gonna go say hi. Evasive is doing a randomizer of Elden Ring, so we can go and say hi, which I did not know there are randomizers of Elden Ring already. Boy, that's fast. And also sounds really scary. Randomizers already scare me. But thinking of Elden Ring, I'm like, oh gosh, that's even, you're adding more terror. So that's terrifying. So go bring in our raid command. And of course, Pepper's on stream like always. So please go give Evasive some love. I really adore Evasive. Go bring the love. And the hype, cause again, Elden Ring, a game that I will personally probably never touch. And I'm too scared. I'm a coward. And I will see you guys tomorrow for probably a double stream. I'm probably gonna go make some, I think it's the breakfast tea that doesn't have the caffeine, or is it the Applejack tea? I don't remember. It's time for me to go look at the ingredients so I don't accidentally consume caffeine at 12:03 in the morning. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. Seriously, I really appreciate it that you came out and you're here. And I hope you had a great night with me and just relaxing and things like that. We will punch Gustavia in the face next week. And then move on to case 4. Until then, guys, have a good rest of the day, night, wherever you are. Thank you guys so much for the continued support, like always. And I will see you guys tomorrow night, hopefully. Have a good night. Take care of yourselves. Stay happy, healthy, safe. And I will see you then. Have a good night, guys. Bye!